Good morning to everybody, all the boxing fans out there. Welcome back to the chat, everybody. Platinum Alkaline Water. What's up, man? This is at 7:30. What's up? All things. What's going on? Ariana. Good morning, Ariana. Edward Volaton. What's up, sir? Steve Mega in the building. What's happening? Ernie V. Barbara D. Good morning, sister. How are you? Coach Chris, what's happening? What's going on with you? How was your day yesterday? Hope it was well. Richard Paris, what's going on, sir? Shout out to the Caribbean. All things, what's going on? I think I said what's up. What's going on, Avery Jackson? Cornelius Burnett in the building. Sir. Barbara D. Starting off the Super Chat Thursday. Thank you, sister. Aka Flex in the building. What's going on? Kai Alexander, what's going on? You're listening in the background. Well, we should have a good conversation today. Shoni D, Shoni D, good morning to you. Skills from New Orleans, what's up? It's your sports talk. What's going on, man? Steven in the building, good morning. Man, caught up quick, man. What's going on, Big Kev? Texas OG, what it do? Hey, man, I'm happy, man. We're going to get the Errol, Spence, Terence, Crawford at 154. And we have two more Showtime cards. Jarvis McClain in the building. What's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Shout out to the Shy. Thank you for leaving a comment today. And actually, let me rinse you up, Jarvis. Let me welcome you to the crew, bro. Thank you for jumping on. And because you were from Chicago, I had to act like I had sense. Because you made me, it was funny yesterday because you were like, man, I know you're smarter than that. Yes, I am smart. I don't care, though. I don't care, man. Texas OG, who you riding with, Errol or Bud? Honestly, man, look, I favor Errol. I favor Bud to win the fight. But I'm right. But Errol, man, I want Errol to do everything Errol wants to do in that ring. I ain't gonna lie, man. I like Errol, man. I like Errol a lot. I want the best for Errol. I want the best for his family. I want the best for Derek James. I want the best for them. So I want him to be at 100%. I want him to be at a 100%, and I want him to do everything he wants in that ring. At the same time, dog, I know full well that Terence Crawford is a great fighter, man. And I'm really happy about Terence Crawford, man. Mr. Martin, Mr. Fanan, the Don, what's your take on Showtime discontinuing boxing? Let's get to that in a little while. Ask me that question in a couple minutes. Ask me that. First of all, it's Super Chat Thursday, man. So usually I think I got to charge 99 cents per question. 99 cents per question off topic. I got to do something. I got to do something, dog. You know what I mean? The competition is trying to run me out of business. They're talking bad about me. They're doing me dirty, dog. Every time I wake up and I go to YouTube, I got somebody else trying to make anti-Fanon videos. Somebody else trying to dog my name down, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know what I can do, man. I don't know what I can do about these people. I don't think I can do anything about these people. But Chris Trucker, man, what's up? Man, where you been? What's up, Chris Trucker? What's up, man? Aqua Flex. But yeah, all seriousness, ask me that question in a couple minutes, man. Ask me that question in a couple minutes. Stick around and ask me that question again. I'm sure it'll come up. For a minute, I thought you were back in the Chronic, but I see you are back on the Chronic. Oh, no, that's a pin. Damn, you're right, dog. I used to blow the Chronic. Right in your face. Yeah, dog. Nah, man, I don't smoke no more, man. Matter of fact, dog, I went to the doctor and it was encouraging. I'm cooling for not taking care of baby boy. Okay, that's what's up, man. Nah, man, I ain't back on the Chronic, man. Look, man, I went to the doctor yesterday, Texas OG. Man, I lost 40 pounds, man. My blood pressure is regularly like 117 over, like 117 over 165, things like that. Every once in a while, it'll jump up to 120. So I thought, okay, I'm going to get my blood pressure medicine reduced, or I'm going to get off this medication. man, I wasn't, man. She was like, no, we can't you can't get off the medicine until your blood pressure is always under 100 and under 60. When your blood pressure is always, and she said if it goes up one time over that, no. She said if you do that, then we can get rid of one of the medications and stay on the other. And I'm like, man, God dog it. So, but the good news of it is that I know I got another 40 pounds I got to get off me. So you guys are about to see me sitting up here looking like a stick figure. Like, no joke, bro. Like, I got to get all this shit up off of me. But anyway, we're going to talk this boxing because, look, man, I would like to say good deal, big bro. Health is important. Keep doing your thing. Yeah, man. Just got to talk, man. Stay in shape. Getting back in shape. How about young people? Stay healthy. Stay healthy because it is so much work to get healthy. It is real easy to get out of shape. I'm not talking about out of shape. It's real easy to get unhealthy. Real easy to get unhealthy. More difficult, much easier to stay healthy than it is to get healthy. Yeah, man. Yeah, he did. So a lot of this stuff that you guys are talking about just went out the window. Okay? Derek James did not get fired by Ryan Garcia. Oh, my blood pressure is reducing. I just got to reduce it even more. Look, so Ryan Garcia did not fire Derek James. So we can get out of that one. Anthony Joshua did not fire Derek James, so you can get rid of that one. And Terence Crawford is going to fight Errol Spence at 154, so salute to Terence Crawford for that. Salute to Terence Crawford for that. That is something that I think was excellent, man. Eric in the building said, just in case I have Eric said, just in case I have a question. Brother, thank you, man. Appreciate you, sir. Yeah, I got to find a way because let me tell you why I said $1.99 a question. Let me tell you why I said $1.99 a question. Because my guy, hold on, let me go back and get your name, brother, because you know I'm bad with names and there's so many people that are on the video. My guy, my Chi-Town brother, let me say my Chi-Town brother said, Jarvis McClain, yeah. Jarvis McClain said that I give these people too much time. So I figure like you're right. But King actually used to support the channel. He doesn't anymore because he was dumb enough to make a bet with somebody and didn't get paid. Your thoughts on Anthony Joshua leaving Derek James? He's not leaving Derek James. I don't think he is leaving Derek James. There was a pic. He was working out. A picture came out of him working out in Derek James' gym. I don't think he is leaving him, Texas OG. I think let me put it this way. Hey, Coach Ari says Super Chat Thursday. Thank you, sister. I don't think he is leaving him. Doesn't look like he is. Tell it like it is. Say, yeah, Team Spence 154 back in blood. Yeah, man. And I'm gonna buy the t-shirt too. Yeah, I don't think he is. I think that's people speculating on that. That's what I think. But there was a picture that was put up of Derek James and Anthony Joshua in the gym with both doing thumbs up. People, man, I think people ran with the fact that they went to the UK and they had a workout in the UK. Anthony Joshua's going to have to work out with somebody when he's in the UK. So, but Ben Davidson, it doesn't look, you know what I mean? I really don't think there was anything to that. Just like he said, DJ said he just talked to AJ. He pretty much dismissed the rumors. Yeah. I mean, but look, dude, you know this. You shouldn't. Vinny, VD, VC. Oh, Mr. Pragmatic in the building. What's up, Mr. Pragmatic? Let me give Mr. Pragmatic a gong just to give it to you. Yeah, I don't buy it, bro. Yeah, I don't buy it. I didn't buy the Errol Spence, him firing Errol Spence firing him. Didn't buy that. Because a lot of y'all just trying to be sensational and trying to hate on this dude because he took a loss. And matter of fact, they took a loss when these guys were underdogs. I don't get how first of all, I don't know why Anthony Joshua would fire somebody he just won 2 fights with. You're going to fire the man after a victory? And Ryan Garcia is going to fire him even before he even has a fight with him? Jermell Charlo didn't fire him after he lost to Tony Harrison the first time. He goes up and fights as a huge underdog, and you're going to fire somebody because they can't coach you into a win when you're a huge underdog? None of that stuff makes sense, bro. None of that stuff makes sense. You guys are just trying. A lot of these guys are, first of all, we got to be, he said, like DJ said, everybody has a bad day. Yeah, you have a bad day, man. And we'll see what happens in a rematch. But I'm going to be honest with you. I know that Terence Crawford's a great fighter, man. I know that he's a great fighter. Same reason I know Gervonta Davis is a great fighter. And Shakur is a great fighter. You don't always have to like people to know. I don't have to like somebody to give them to recognize what they are. I learned that very early in life with Larry Bird. I didn't like Larry Bird forever, but god dog, that man is a lot better than people gave him credit for now. Like, for now, and the haters are never going to stop hating. No, they're not, man. But they should be, honestly, man. What else? They kind of help me out because they give me something to talk about, man. If they give me something to talk about, it is what it is. DJ said Errol is set for life after the Crawford fight. In the grand scheme of everything, everybody won. No shame in losing. We all lose in life. EJ lost and got the bag. He's good. Yeah. Dude is set for life, man. And I'm not set for life. You know what I mean? I know that. I'm not set for life. I'm not set for life. So are you set for life? Because I'm not set for life. So I got to tell you, that man. Hey, Mr. Pragmatic, what's up? Oh, thank you, bro. Say good morning, Fanon, and the chat. Thank you, sir. What's good with you, Mr. Pragmatic? What's going on, sir? Thank you for your support, man. Thank you for the yellow, man. Thank you for the yellow. So Spence does not have enough in the toolbox for Crawford. Rematch is ego only at 154. No, I don't think it's ego. I think it's a lot of money. And I think he wants to get his get back, man. You want to try again. That's not. I play video games, dude, and I'll play and play. When I used to play video games, I'm thinking about playing video games again. I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking about it. If they ever come out with a real boxing video game, I think I may screw around and get PS5 once I can afford it. DJ OC in the building. What's going on, brother? How you feeling, man? That's my brother from another mother. Hold on real quick. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my guy at the Parlor of East Wheaton. Subscribe to the Parlor of East Wheaton. Same thing with Floyd. I didn't like him, but I have to be totally honest. Floyd is one of the best that ever did it. Yeah, man. Like, you don't have to like a guy, but eventually you got to really respect them if they're just excellent at what they do. Larry Bird is, like, for me, it's really still hard for me to get my head around the fact that younger people just act like Larry Bird was just some garbage ass basketball player that couldn't play today. You guys are absolutely delusional. That man is one of the most clutch. That man, dog, he hit shots from wherever he wanted to hit them from. Like, when he wanted to hit him, where he wanted to hit him from. And was just sneaky smart, just really, really smart. But you got a lot of people that say that Michael Jordan couldn't play today. You guys, whatever, man, with all that nonsense. You don't have to like somebody. You can dislike somebody, but you can be at the same time like, man, them dudes can really, really do what they do. And Terence Crawford is a great fighter, man. He's a great fighter. Those guys, they know what they're doing, and they do it to the best of their ability. He's completely dedicated to the sport. He's dedicated to his physical fit. He's dedicated to his physical fitness. All of the above, man. You know what I mean? All of the above. So you got to commend him, man. He's a special fighter. He's a special fighter. Outside the ring, he's a little bit of a jerk. Not even a little bit of a jerk. He's a lot of a jerk. But it is what it is, man. That's what motivates him. That's what motivates him. But for his entire career, I've recognized him. And when he gets done, I'm going to recognize him. And when he retires, I'm going to miss him. No joke. When Terence Crawford retires, I am going to miss Terence Crawford as a fighter. I'm going to be like, God dog, man, I wish I could see another Terence Crawford fight. Manny Pacquiao got older, man. I wish Manny Pacquiao was still around at his peak. I wish he was. That's not a good thing that these fighters get older and they lose and they go away. Thank you, brother. But Mr. Pragmatic, thank you, man, for that support, brother. And Jay Milts in the building said, best of mornings for 9 in the chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you, Jay Milts. Thank you, Jay Mills. I'm trying to tell you. Like, that's what I mean, just to tell you, that's my appreciation for Terence Crawford. It's going to be the same thing for Devin Haney. Same thing for Shakur, same thing for Gervonta, same thing for Errol, same thing. Deontay, what a fucking career out of Deontay Wilder, man. And Deontay Wilder is the straight boogeyman again. And I think that's truly what differentiates real boxing fans and you fanboy, garbage ass, fanboy, fake ass, kick it, want somebody to be your dog to kick ass fans. When the fighter retires, what do you think about a fighter when the fighter retires? When you can get out of the moment and you can look at that fighter and you can really appreciate what they've done in their career and be like, yeah, man, that dude could go, man. Yeah, like I'm gonna miss Canelo Alvarez when Canelo retires. Right? I'm gonna miss it because these guys are all gonna go. You know what I mean? It's just how it works. So, but these guys want to shut down a fighter before they and don't even allow them to get to their peak. And then they want to crap on them when they're on their peak. And then when they retire, they're gonna crap on them in retirement too. You just got hater in the beginning, hater in the middle, hater at the end, and hater when it's done. Y'all just all around big ass haters. I have no idea how you guys are not supporting Jaron Ennis and getting Jaron Ennis one of these title shots, man. Man, he's 26 years old, man. We could have 10 good years of this dude whooping people's asses. We'd have 10 good years, but y'all don't want 10 good years. You want to freeze this dude out until he's 32. Let him get 3 or 4 fights. And then after that, start talking about the other guy trying to beat him. Y'all make me sad, man. Y'all some sad-ass boxing fans. Sad-ass boxing fans. I'm glad it's not like that in other sports. You got this guy, Wemby out there getting all his flowers before he's done shit. Now, Wemby, I'm telling you, to me, he looks like a new day, a recent day Ralph Sampson to me. He looks like Ralph Sampson has been allowed to play the way he wants to play. Because Ralph Sampson could do a lot of that stuff. But no, you can't play like that. You're a center, get in the post. But in basketball, you're pubbing these guys up. You're giving them all this attention before they've ever had a professional basketball game. But when you have a guy like Jaron, there's nothing. And then now you got a guy like Deontay. And this is what I really want to talk about. Bomb Squad. There was a tweet that came out yesterday where they said Deontay Wilder has been offering people $4 million to fight him, and he's been getting turned down. Bomb Squad. Yes, sir. Bomb Squad all day. And now you guys don't want to see you don't want to see Jaron in this fight. You don't want to see Bomb Squad fight. You don't want to see Jerome. You don't want to see. Hold on one second. I got to do something real quick. Okay, sorry about that. I'll take the 4 spicy pizza go to school. What you talking about? Hey, hold on one second, man. I'm sorry. Um, yes, sir. Sorry. I'll take Wilder any fight at this point in time, especially because usually it means I'm going to get witness a KO or at least exciting. Yeah, man. I mean, that is what it is, man. You just need to see some good fights, man. I'll take yeah, you just need to see good fights, man. And there's just a lot of people who don't want to see him fight, and I just don't get that, man. I just don't get I just don't get the standing in the way of a lot of fights. Give me one second. Oh man, I knew this was gonna happen. Okay, hold on one second. Yeah, I knew that. Okay, cool. All right. The way last year ended, this year is going to start up. Oh, sorry about that. I agree absolutely. I'm not talking to you. I'm sorry, man. Forgive me. I got distracted because I got this call. Hunter Young. So let's go to this one. Hunter Young said the issue with Boots is a lot of fans of other boxers don't want him to fight their boxers because they know they may not beat him. That's why you hear the excuse of who has he fought. Whatever the case is, man, I think that he's just I think he's a terrific fighter, man. And I think that we should try to push fighters to fight him. Let's see, LDL. Okay. Salute for nine. Salute to the boxing fans in the chat. What's going on here, Muhammad? Sorry, man. I knew something was going to come on this happen on this blood test, but I knew it because they said it would happen. So I'm not worried about it. All right. Keith, what's going on, Keith? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit distracted because I got that phone call. Please forgive me. I'm a little bit distracted. I miss seeing Wilder fight. Hopefully, Hearn will stop being scary and lock in the Joshua Wilder fight and immediately. We've been waiting for it for 5 years. I don't think you're ever going to see that fight happen. Personally, I don't even think we're going to see it. I think that they would prefer just to keep trying to milk that cow, man. What's going on, Ariana? Keith Thurman clearly ducked him. He is fighting standing O's instead of Boots. Ain't no way Keith didn't get an offer to fight Boots. Yeah, he probably did. I'm sure they all got offers to fight him, man. But I mean, don't say you can't blame. Here's the thing, though. You can't blame Keith Thurman if you don't blame Terence Crawford, even though Terence Crawford got the fight with Errol coming up. You can't blame the people in the bottom if the people at the top won't fight him. That's the number one problem. Oh, Mr. Bragman said, "Go." No, I can't handle it. I got to have a call tomorrow. It's nothing. It's my health. I went on a diet that I knew was going to raise LDL. Was going to raise my LDL cholesterol. I already knew it was going to do that. So she wants to talk to me about my LDL cholesterol. But since I went on a low carb diet and I kept my carbohydrates under like 50, that's what they said. They said that's what you're going to get. You're going to get your LDL is going to be raised because there's going to be more, for whatever reason, your LDL gets raised. But a lot of people don't agree that that's a big issue. So I knew that it would go up. And so she's going to talk to me about it tomorrow and I'll tell her what happened. But now it just kind of is funny to me because whenever you see the test, it's like, but it is what it is with the markers that I was looking for to be the same. They were around the same. So I'm not really worried about it. That's a diet thing. I hate the who has he fought excuse. Big Keith. I hate that who has he fought excuse because of that logic behind matching him up. How will he ever get a fight? You never get. No, LDL is the bad cholesterol. I think LDL is the bad cholesterol. I think it's the bad cholesterol. But that's what they say is the bad cholesterol. But people disagree about whether it is or whether it's not. I'm just not eating a lot of carbohydrates. So there's more fat. There's more fat in the diet. But I can decrease the amount of fat that I have in my diet. But it's just going to be something like that. Just decrease the amount of fat in your diet. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm not really tripping on. It's just that, whenever you get a call from the doctor. What's going on, Rise? Man, I'm not doing anything but getting this weight up off me, man. I'm not cycling off squat. I'll take the chance. I'll take the chance. Okay? I'll take the chance. I got to get this fat up off me. I'm eating nothing but really good food that I cook. That's it. I'll cut down on the butter. But other than that, I'm fine. I'll figure it out. I'll cut down on butter and see what happens with that. I probably have had too much fat in my diet. Anyway, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's just I'm not worried about it. It just made me lose my focus real fast. It's hard to jump from that to go from boxing. And I probably shouldn't have answered the phone call. Hey, thanks, Mr. Pragmatic. He said more support for the great commentary. Thank you, brother. Bro, I'm not going to do any of that. I'm sticking with what I got. I use olive oil. I used olive oil, but I don't know. Anyway, it is what it is, man. I'll be all right. I'll be above. It's just a little bit above, but it is what it is. I'll make it happen. Hey, Lamar said, sorry, off topic. Who's the biggest fight for the right money at 135 other than Tank? I just need to know because I'm confused. Nobody. Or Shakur Stevenson? If not, let because if not Gervonta Davis, I think the only big Lamar Johnson is Shakur Stevenson. I think that's the only one. Yeah, I heard, man. I heard you talking about in Maine. Somebody, you're talking about King of Kings in Maine. Yeah, I heard about that, man. Yeah, I heard about it. That's sad. Yeah, that's sad. But I'm telling you, it happens all the time, man. It happens all the time. So I'm not. It's like who's gonna get shot up tomorrow, you know? Hey, Mr. Gravely, thank you, brother, for the support, man. Thank you for the $3 holler, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, it is. I mean, it was wild because the interview was wild because Devin just says a lot of stuff, man, that, dude, I don't know how you can word this, man. A lot of people are going to buy everything that you say so that you think you can say that to other people. And then the other people that are listening to you that are not your Cinco fans hear what you have to say. And then they start picking it apart. And I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened with Devin Haney. When you have a lot of cheerleaders and the cheerleaders are cheer everything that you have to say, then you're going to be in a situation where you think you can say that to somebody else that's not your cheerleader, and all of a sudden you're going to get hit with some questions. And by the way, they do prepare. They do prepare for the interview. So they already know where you have contradicted yourself before, and they will more than likely, they're probably going to try to hit you they'll hit you where it hurts. And I think that's what happened to Devin, and I think that's what happened with Devin in that interview. Hold on a second. Michael Saunders.
Hey, what's going on for 9?
I'm chilling, brother. How are you feeling today?
I'm good. I just realized something. You lied to me last time we talked. You lied, man. You told a story. You said that Tim Zeus said he wasn't going to fight Terence Crawford. He didn't want to fight Terence Crawford. He'll rather drop the belt before he fights Terence Crawford. That's what you said. But I just seen that he has a shirt that has a hit list on it. And guess who's on that hit list?
Terence Crawford.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
Let me ask you a question. When did you see that?
Maybe about 3 days ago. After the Mendoza fight.
Excuse me. So you saw it about 2 days ago. How long ago was it when I spoke to you?
About a week ago. Not even.
The shirt wasn't there. So I'm not lying. He said something after I spoke with you.
So he lying.
No, he's not. What he said was that his next fight that he wants The next fight that he wants was Jermell Charlo, and that he would drop the belt if they tried to make him fight somebody else. He wants Jermell Charlo next because he doesn't feel like he's a champion unless he beats Jermell Charlo. Now, second, do you know what a list is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so do you know what numbers are?
Yes, I do.
So 1, 2, and 3, can they all be on the same list?
Yes, they can.
So if you're number 1, are you going to fight number 3 or number 1 first?
I'm going to fight number 1 first.
Thank you very much. So everything that I said was true.
Nope.
He's just telling you that he's just telling you that he will get to Terence Crawford. I said he was not going to fight Terence Crawford next, and that he would drop the belt instead of fighting Terence Crawford next.
That's not what
now,
you said.
Do you know what the excuse me? I'm telling you man, shut your man. Seriously, I'm not in the mood for buffoonery. I'm not in the mood for buffoonery. I'm not in the mood for buffoonery, bro. Okay, I'm not waiting for you to try to come up with your gotcha moment. Tim Tszyu said after the fight, at the time that I spoke with you, that he was going to fight Jermell Charlo next, and he would drop a belt before he did it, before he fought somebody else, because he needs that fight next, because he feels like he's not the champion. That's what I was talking about. And every bit of that is true. Now, what is a lie?
First off, you did not say that.
Shut your moronic ass up. I did say that. I did say that. That was my point. I never said he will never fight Terence Crawford ever. I didn't say that.
Can I quote you?
No, you can't quote me because you're going to lie. Okay? You can't quote me because you're going to lie, and I'm not even interested in it. Let me tell you what a lie is. A lie is when you say something you know is not true. Okay? That's what a lie is. When you say something that you know is not true. If you say something that is not true, but you don't know it, that is not a lie. You're just wrong. That's all. You're not lying. So when you call me a liar, you have to be able to support the proposition that I knew what I said was wrong. Now, do you have any proof that I knew what I said was wrong? That I knew it. Not that what I said was wrong, but that I knew that it was wrong. And I intentionally misled you because I knew this to be true. No, you don't.
Oh, I'm off mute now. Now I can talk.
Yeah, you're new because you can answer that question. Because seriously, I'm not going to do it for a long period of time today.
Okay.
So first of all, you didn't hear about that until 2 days ago. I talked to you about 2 weeks ago.
No, the fight was just last week. You ain't talked to me.
Tim Tszyu Australian boxer, BoxRec. $10-15, that's 11 days ago. That's 11 days ago. It was the week before last. In this Saturday, it will be 2 weeks on Saturday.
All right, so it's not 2 weeks. And we didn't talk.
And it's not a week either. It wasn't last week. It was the week before last because it was on a Saturday. If you didn't know, Saturday's the last day of the week. So it was not last Saturday. It was the Saturday before last. That's 2 weeks ago.
How can we talk if you keep putting me on mute?
We can't talk. That's the point. We can't. I'm not interested in silliness, man. You're trying to call me a liar. A liar. Like I told you a lie. I did not tell you a lie. What I told you is what Tim Tszyu said, which is what Tim Tszyu said. Tim Tszyu would drop the belt before he fought Terence Crawford because he wants Jermell Charlo next. Okay? That's what he said. He said that.
So he said that word for word. That's what you're getting ready to tell me, that
No,
he said,
it is a paraphrase. It's a paraphrase. It's a paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing him.
Okay, there you go. So you see how you keep like switching your story up?
No,
You
I
see how
don't,
you
bro.
keep
I
moving
don't
that
see
up?
how I'm switching the story up. I
Now
don't.
you went from that's what he said to you paraphrasing. Like, which
That's
one is it, man? Which one is it? Fanon,
both.
which one?
Both. It's both. It's both.
It can't be both. You can't
Yes, it
say he
can be.
said that and
That's
you
what he
paraphrase.
means. That's you expect somebody to give you a literal transcript.
That's what you was
You
doing. You was trying to
no,
prove a
no,
point to
man,
me.
Chester, man, seriously, bro. You try so hard and are so bad at it. You just want, you're like a naggy little girl, man. You're like a naggy little girl. He communicated that he wanted to fight Jermell Charlo. That's the message he communicated. That's what he communicated. I'm giving you his meaning as I received it.
Okay, so that's how you received it. So that's what he said. He wanted to fight Jermell Charlo. He never said that he didn't want to fight Crawford. That's the point that I'm trying to make.
You're a
You
fucking
tried
moron.
to say,
If I tell you that I'm going to fight him next, that's who I want to fight him next. That means you're not wanting to fight anybody else. Where do you want to eat? Oh, I want to go to McDonald's. That's where I want to go. I'm going to McDonald's. If you take me anywhere else, I'm not eating. I want to go to McDonald's. That means you don't want, if you say the only place I want to eat is McDonald's, that means you don't want to eat at Burger King. Fuck is wrong with you?
Of course he couldn't fight him next because Crawford still got the EJ
Fuck is wrong with
rematch
you?
that
So
he
then
had.
there you go. So what the fuck you talking
Right?
about?
So I never
You
said
got some, no, put it in the super chat, you fucking bozo. Put it in the super chat, bro. Get out of my face, bro. Put it in the super chat, bro. I'm not interested anymore, bro. You call me a liar, bro. I'm not interested in all of that. You're gonna sit here and try to study your way to, man, go away from go away, bro. I'm not in the mood. Okay. Have a nice day, man. Put it in the super chat. Otherwise, you're just wasting all you're doing is wasting my time and you're trying to ruin my day, bro. Just go away. Just go away, bro. Anyway, muting the hell out of buddy. Yeah, I am, man. I'm not in the mood for that shit today. Seriously, man. Like, I'm not in the mood for that. You want to tell me I'm lying, bro? I'm not the only person that heard that man say he said, I want to fight Jermell Charlo next. I will drop my belts. Belts are not important. That's what the man said. Now, if you want me to say, oh, that's what he meant, that's what I got from what he said, and the natural consequences of what he said is this, okay, whatever. Just go away, man. Ain't nobody, go find somebody else. If you think I'm lying to you, go watch somebody else. No, I'm not in the mood. Today, I'm not in the mood to get called names, bro. Today, I'm not in the mood to call names, bro. Mr. Pragmatic said, I heard him say it. Everybody heard him say it, Mr. Pragmatic. Of course you heard him say it. But when you mean say it, what you're saying is, what you mean is that was the message that he communicated. So if I really want to go with the stupidity that this guy's saying, you saw a shirt that he didn't say anything in that shirt, did he? It just said hit list, right? Hit list for what? Maybe he wants to play ping pong with him or something. You know? Anyway, man, y'all just some wild boys, bro. I swear. What's going on? Deontay Dupree in the building said, Aquaflex, clap that fool. Yeah, you got to go, bro. I'm seriously, not today, bro. Not today. 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 Today is not the day. What's going on, Barbara Davis? Thank you, sister. Said just because. Thank you, sister. I appreciate you. I just realized you're lying to me. Oh, man, whatever, man. Go away, bro. Here's the link for anybody else, though. Seriously, man, I'm not in the mood today, bro. I hate doctor's trips. Number one, I hate doctor's trips. I was already told that my LDL would go up if I went on a low-carb diet, and doctors are going to say, oh, that's a big deal. And other people are going to say, no, it's not a big deal. No, it's not a big deal. But anyway, Big Dog Willie said, Fanon, funny thing happened yesterday. Someone upset with you on another channel said because you said Duran would destroy Devin Haney. I laughed so hard. Somebody got upset with me because I said Duran would destroy Devin Haney. Why? Who's the channel what channel got upset with me, Big Dog Willie? What channel? What channel? Dog, look, man, watch a second. Dude, do you have something constructive to say, man? That's on, dude. Come on, man. Do you have anything constructive to say? You're not on mute. Fanon. Yeah. Who said that? And honestly, man, screw him. Screw him, dog. Screw him. That's what I'll say. Screw him. Screw him. That's all I can say. Duran will destroy Devin Haney. Absolutely, positively. He'll beat Devin Haney up. That's my belief. So who would get mad at me about saying that? First round stoppage. Peace and blessings. Do you have something to say about boxing, bro? Because I'm not going to sit here and listen to you insult me. I still can't hear me.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. How can I answer the question if you can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
How can you hear?
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Bye. I can hear you. I can hear you. Oh, man, bro. He could have been good if he would have said what you said was wrong. I mean, look, man, he can say what he can say that is wrong, that he's willing to fight him. I said he's not willing to fight that man next. That's what the man said. And it's not an option for him next because he wants to fight Jerron next. And anyway you go, bro. Terence Crawford is fighting Errol next. The whole purpose of the conversation, if I do recall correctly, was to say that Terence Crawford needs to fight Errol Spence at 154 because he doesn't have any more and he doesn't have any better options. And so the conversation was about that. Well, guess what? Terence Crawford is fighting Errol Spence Jr. at 154 pounds. I'm upset. Incel said, I am upset. Devin is the dream. Devin is the best lightweight in the world. Man, you can be this best lightweight in the world and still get whooped by Roberto Duran. Y'all, you're wasting my time, man.
All right.
You're wasting.
Now I hear you now. No,
now that you hear me, do you have anything other than to insult me to say? Because I'm going to tell you right now, bro, I'm not going to sit up here with you insulting me. I can't. I'm just telling you right now, bro. The second you insult me is the second you're leaving.
All right, come on. All right, no, that wasn't the conversation. The conversation was we were talking about Terence Crawford fighting Jerron Ennis. And I said to you that it's not good business for him to fight Jerron Ennis. You was talking about good business. So I said, well, why do you think if it's beneficial to the boxer to make good choices as far as business wise, why do you think that's a good business decision to fight Jerron Ennis? You asked me. You said, "Well, who's a good fighter besides?"
Hold on, did I?
Spence?
So let's stop this right here. I said this. So do you have a direct quote? These are my exact words. Are you giving me my exact words, Mr. Hypocrite? Because the last time I talked to you, bro, you said that's not what his exact words were. He didn't say that verbatim. Now you're doing the exact same thing, man. You're doing the exact same thing. So is it okay to paraphrase? Because I guarantee you, you're paraphrasing right now. Is that what I said? Or are you paraphrasing?
No, that's what you said.
I said that
was the
exactly.
conversation.
I said that exactly.
Yeah, you said
everything. Nah, bro. Get dog.
You said
you are such a dishonest motherfucker. Get out. Get your dishonest ass out of my fucking face. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not in the mood for dumb shit, bro. Get your dishonest lying ass out of my fucking face. 2 seconds ago, if I don't repeat it to the exact letter, I'm a liar. But then you jump out here and you say I said something when I know I didn't say those exact words. You can say something, you can paraphrase, but I can't. There is no purpose in all of that, John Gravely. None. Ray Davis, how can I help you, brother?
What's going on, Fanon? I'm sorry that you got to go through the nonsense and as they call it, the trossels of the pig shit. Yeah. First of all, let me explain to young brother. You can't find angles in a circle, so stop trying. You're looking for something to debate somebody on when there's nothing to debate them on. Number two, when you come at Fanon, you come at the world, brother. Let me just let you know, you gotta make sure that you got all your dots, your I's dotted and your T's crossed. Because when you ain't got that, you can't come correct. Now, to Fanon's point, he said a statement that was put out there. And what he said, he answered your question. He didn't say anything about what's going to happen next or this and that. The shirt came out a couple of days ago, and that's what it was. So he didn't tell you a lie. It was a hypothesis or educated guess, however you want to look at it, theory, science terms. You try it. Now, on some realness, he's a Bud buddy, right? He's not a Bud fan. He's a Bud buddy. That's what he is. One of those guys.
He's just a troll who wants to insult me. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, that's just crazy.
I could be talking about if people like that, dude, you literally could be saying that the sun is hot. And they'll jump up here and call you a liar because you say the sun's hot.
Right.
He wants attention. He wants attention, and he wants my attention is what he wants, but not in the mood for it today. So, but anyway, continue, brother.
Yeah. Anyway, so back to the real things. Wilder is. I heard you talking about Wilder earlier. Wilder is a beast. Wilder is going to be ducked because of his talents. No one wants to be, as Michael Jordan put it, had they had it for Michael Jordan, posterized. They don't want to end up on the other end of that photo being knocked out, unless there's a big payday in it for them. And they're like, okay, it is what it is. I already know what's going to happen. And they go and shook like they did with Mike Tyson in his early days. So I understand when you say, these guys need to just step up to the plate and do that. They're all professional fighters. What's going to happen? You might get a Buster Douglas out of it. You never know. Just go out there and fight the man. And on that note, I support that, Fanon. And, I just don't understand why they do duck certain fighters. As far as and same thing with Tank. Tank has an equalizer. He can box. He can fight. I mean, as opposed to Wilder. Wilder's more of just a big puncher, But these guys don't want to see these guys. It's like every time you see them, it's always somebody, and then everybody complains they're not fighting anybody or this person is not there. Man, they need to stop with the nonsense. We all see what's going on. We're not stupid, and you got to stop making boxing what it is. Like, and I had a conversation with somebody yesterday talking about they just do it because they want to make the fights bigger. Nobody want to see the fight. The fights will get bigger because there's always going to be somebody eliminated and someone else to come up and fill those shoes. That's just the way it is. One man down, one man up. That's why they have a ranking system. But as far as that goes for now, I want to just, like I said, salute you, man. Give you your flowers, man. I hope you feel better with the news and stuff, man.
No, I mean it's good, bro. It
You know,
just
I know, I know, I know you got a, I know you got a strong. Yeah, I can't even think of the word, brother. But I know you got the mental state. I know you're strong there, man. So we ain't worried about that. So we just want to support you. We just let you know that we there for you, man. You know what I mean? Carry this, carry on with this channel, man.
appreciate you, bro. I
Real,
appreciate you,
we
man,
here
with the
for you,
positive
man.
words, man.
Yeah, we here for you, brother. What's that shirt say?
Oh, this is it's a high school my son goes to.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a HBC historical black college shirt on. I was like, okay.
No, nah, bro.
Yeah. All right, then. I mean, I'll let you for now. I just wanted
All
to
right,
get
bro.
in
I'll
and
get back with you,
break
sir.
up that madness that was out there. All right, bro.
Thank you, sir.
No problem.
Okay, cool. Get back with you. All right, man. Sorry about that. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, sir. What's going on, egalitarian? Aaron Mahaba, what's up? Yeah, it's all good, man. It is what it is. I am gonna tell you though, I'm not really in the mood for all of that today. I can't lie. My son got a huge playoff game tomorrow. Nate, dog, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Do your thing, brother. Do your thing, man. What's he talking? Why is he? Because I'm not sick. Don't worry, I'm not sick. No. I just went to the doctor yesterday and there's like you get blood tests and you got something that's a little bit here, a little bit there. It's no big deal. No, I'm not sick. I'm not sick, bro. No, I'm not sick. I'm in perfect health, bro. It's all good. I got high blood pressure, but that's it. Nothing other than that, bro. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't even. That's my mistake to even talk about it. What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Simpson? Thank you, brother. Appreciate you for that support, man. No, it's the same thing. It's all good. Deontay Wilder has the most avoided heavyweight in boxing today. The only heavyweights that would realistically give him problems are Michael Hunter II and Zhang Zhang. I mean, I think he'll stop Michael Hunter, man. And Zhang is a big boy, man. If he can take the shot, he can give him some problems. If you can't take the shot, more than likely he's going to go to sleep, bro. Why is Canelo not getting his respect? How much more respect do you want Canelo Alvarez to have? Is what I'd like to know. How much more respect do you want Canelo Alvarez to have? Canelo Alvarez is, without a doubt, without a doubt, gets a ton of respect. What's going on, Marcus Priest? How can I help you?
What's up, Pana? How you feeling, bro?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I can't complain, brother. What's up with you?
Yeah, I just wanted to respond on the state of boxing in general, because it's a lot of gray area, I think, when it comes to ducking. I think that, the era of boxing is different. I'm old enough to remember in the 70s and 80s where, the fighters was more competitive. They was more macho, and they wanted to prove that they was the best fighter in said division, regardless of who was there. Not for nothing, I kind of blame it on Mayweather, indirectly, because when you back in the days, when you lost, it really didn't matter, but now with these younger set of fighters, they fight to protect their O, what I'm saying, if they have one, and they're very strategic about, who they fight. It's a lot of fighters, in today's time that won't take a perceived 50-50 fight, because they don't want to risk, losing, thinking that, when and if they lose, that their stock is going to go way down. And, it is kind of true for certain fighters, because there's only a segment of who we call, name fighters, or superstar fighters that, could take a L and still have a star power, to financially, go out and fight and still garner, a nice paycheck, So, there's a reason that, Esau Cruz wants to fight Tank again. He knows that he can't beat Tank, but it's a nice payday for him, and it's a reason why, he can't think of won't fight the Devin Haney's of the world or Shakur Stevenson's of the world, because he actually turned down a fight with Shakur, because I think he don't want to get, embarrassed and, potentially stop, so I mean, it's a lot of nuances when it comes to ducking, I mean, it's financial reasons, but I think a lot of it is, the embarrassment of the loss, and they don't want to lose their O, if they have one. So yeah, that's just my take on that. Oh, and I also seen a video on the Crawford, how Spence could beat Crawford in the second fight. And what a lot of people talk about, is how Errol was rate drained or whatnot, and he didn't look the same. And I agree, he didn't look the same, but his skill set was still the same. And that's what I question. A lot of people, who haven't actively boxed, boxing is a skill set. Once you develop your skill set, it's kind of hard to change that. Like in the second Deontay Wilder fight, when he had when he was training with Malik, when he changed trainers, he started out different. You can tell, he was leading with the jab, he was fighting different, but he quickly resorted to what he knew, what he's always been, because a boxing is basically just muscle memory. You've been doing the same thing since you was a kid. It's like second nature, and I do like both fighters, and it's weird that, it's kind of people pick sides, like, you can't like one, and if you like one, you have to hate the other. I personally just always have thought that Crawford was a better boxer. Like Roy Jones said, he just has more tools in the toolbox. And a lot of, boxing talk just ignores that fact, that we've never seen Spence have to fight on the back foot. We never seen Spence, other than the Garcia fight, when he outboxed Garcia, which he is an accomplished boxer. But he still had the reach advantage, over Garcia, and he was just, a better boxer. He could do better things that basically Garcia couldn't nullify. Garcia couldn't nullify anything that, Errol wanted to do in that fight, because he was bigger, stronger, and, had a reach. But when Spence fought Crawford, his skill set, it wasn't anything that he can do. Even at his best, I don't think he's not stronger. Not necessarily stronger, but he's not faster than Spence. His footwork is not better than Spence's. His counterpunching ability is not better than Crawford's. Excuse me. His counterpunching technique is not better than Crawford's, and he can't fight off the back foot. He can't fight going backwards. And I don't think his ring IQ or ring gentlemanship is better than Crawford's. So when you put all those things into account, yeah, I think he will have a better showing in the second fight, a la Roy Jones when he fought Tarver the second time. Roy Jones had a better showing, meaning he didn't get knocked out, but he still wasn't successful. So that's just my take on that.
Yeah, man, I feel you. I mean, look, I don't think there's anything wrong whatsoever thinking about, like, even if Terence Crawford, even if Errol was always all the way at his best, that that Terence Crawford still may beat him. I don't have an issue with anybody saying that. Going into the first fight, I thought that, it's completely reasonable for somebody to think that Terence Crawford can win the fight. He's a great fight. He's a great fighter, I will say though that I think just in athletics, in any athletics, man, if you don't feel well, like if you're not at your absolute peak physically, then that can affect whatever you're trying to do. And if you're not active, your timing and everything can be very off. I think, and that's a case it's just established truth in sports. It's an established truth in boxing specifically. So, I mean, to say that those are, you can have both things be true at the same time. You can have somebody that is a better fighter, but somebody that is also not at his best when they fight the better fighter. I think both of them can be the case. So that's why you always want to see that. You want to see somebody at their best fighting somebody that's at their best. But, we'll see. And also you really can have just off days, but being inactive and not being all the way healthy and feeling your best is a very good way to have a bad day. But yeah, I don't have a problem with what you're saying, man, at all. I think that's a reasonable take.
And that's one thing I dislike about the PBC. The PBC, that's the one knock that I have. They do have the best stable of fighters, in my opinion, but they just aren't active enough, And granted, like Danny Garcia said, like, man, I'm rich. Like, I don't need to fight like that, and they pay their fighters good, and that's why the rest of, the promoters really don't like that, because it's kind of like a slave mentality, with everybody else, that if I pay you just enough, you're going to want to keep fighting, what I'm saying, as much as I want you to fight. With the PBC, their star fighters, they get paid very well. So it's kind of like, look at Thurman. I mean, he's Thurman it for maybe twice in the last 6 years. So
yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, so I mean that's the only knock I literally have with the PBC, because like you said, you do have to, unless you're a gym rat like Bud is, and Spence is not. Spence is a party guy, and that's another thing, between fights, he chills out and enjoys the fruits of his labor. Bud lives boxing, Gary Russell Jr., he's a gym rat. Boots Ennis, he's a gym rat. Terence Crawford, he's a gym rat. So when you fighting a guy like that, you got to be on your A++ game. Not only skill set, that factors in too. Crawford stays in the gym. Shakur Stevenson stays in the gym most of the time with Bud. So, these guys live boxing. Errol Spence don't live boxing like that, so that factors in too.
And that's what they say, man. But I don't know, man. I think that a lot of that stuff probably has changed for Errol since he had that car accident. I mean, I just wouldn't underestimate the effect that car accident had on him. It's a real thing, man. And
but let me ask you a question though. So, two things. My big brother lives in Dallas. So he says he sees Spence all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just out and about. You know what I'm saying? And partying. And even with Mayweather, before I get to my question, even with Mayweather, if you fight in a certain weight class, you want to stay in around that weight class, because when you go to camp, there's boxers that have one camp, and there's boxers that have two camps. And when I say two camps, meaning that you have to go to camp just to get in shape to go to camp, and that's hard. If you're if you're walking around at 170 and, you go to camp, around 170, and you got to get down to 147, that's grueling the older you get, and that's probably what happened to Spence too. So, I mean, when I say you got to live boxing, you got to stay in around
Are you gonna come? You got a question for me?
Yeah. Well, yeah. My question is.
Let me respond to something that you said.
Okay.
I know people that live in Vegas and said that they throughout Terence, so through Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s entire career, they saw him out at clubs.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a gym rat, right? But Floyd Mayweather Jr. is in strip clubs every night.
Yeah,
He's in bars every night.
Yeah. But you could be somewhere and just be there. You're not drinking. You're not smoking or doing anything.
But
so there's nothing wrong with being in public.
Stop this, bro. You don't know what Errol Spence Jr. does, bro. You don't know. That's I
don't know. I personally haven't seen him.
Stop, Marcus. I don't want to sit up here and watch. I don't want to sit here and have a conversation about things we do not know. I know you hear he's out there, he's drinking, he's doing this, he's drinking, he's doing this. One thing you can say about Errol Spence Jr. is Errol Spence Jr. ain't never lied about what Errol Spence Jr. does. Okay? He's never lied about what he does. Tyson Fury is drinking, snorting coke, doing all kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's absolutely positively the best, is the number one heavyweight fighter there is. Canelo Alvarez is drinking tequila out at parties, kicking it. Gervonta Davis is out at parties at night, kicking it. Okay? I've seen Gervonta Davis has been at clubs. He was at a club, ran in the club with Ryan Garcia. Okay? I see Devin Haney out at clubs. That's when he ran into Shakur Stevenson. What were they doing? At a club. At a club with a bunch of people around him, bro. A bunch of boxers go to a bunch of clubs, a bunch of fighters do a bunch of that stuff.
I didn't say anything was wrong with going to clubs.
I'm telling you, I don't want to talk about you running down Errol Spence in his personal life, man.
I'm not running him down.
You are running it down.
No, I'm not running him down.
You are. You're trying to convince me, or at least trying to talk to me for extended periods of time about all the drinking, the party, and the going out, and he doesn't go into the drink. Like you're trying to draw this picture that he's lazy.
But no,
he's not focused on his career.
But no,
why else would you be bringing it up?
That wasn't my first talking point. So
it's not your fifth talking point either.
Okay.
But the point of the matter is, bro, I'm going to go back to what I said. Errol Spence Jr. can be 100% on his money and still lose to Terence Crawford. He can be 100% on his money and still lose to Terence Crawford. It can't be. If you think Terence Crawford is just a better fighter, then he's just a better fighter. There's no need to say what Terence Crawford does and how Terence Crawford's got this skill and that skill and this skill and that skill. And then you just politely switch over into running Errol down.
I didn't run him down.
You did run him down. I don't know what else it is. He's not focused. He loses concentration in between fights. My big brothers from Dallas and my big brother sees him all the time. What is that other than running him down?
It's not
how is that not running him down?
It's not running him down if it's true.
Yes, it is. First of all, you don't know if it's true. You don't know whether or not that man was in the gym or not. Did you ever heard Derek James or somebody in the gym says we never see Errol in a gym?
Why would he say that?
Why wouldn't he? I don't know why he wouldn't say it. Why would he say it? I'll tell you why he would say it. He would say it if it was true and he felt like saying it. But if you ever heard anybody say that he doesn't work in the gym?
Why would any trainer say that about his fighter?
So you don't know that.
I'm not saying that I know.
So then stop talking about the fact that you know this man isn't training in between fights.
That's not what I said. You're paraphrasing. Paraphrasing. I did not say that.
Bro, if you have a point, which is Terence Crawford is a better fighter and he's a gym rat, fine. That's well established. People around him have said that. We don't know anybody that works harder than him. Cool. Got that. Errol Spence Jr. has been seen drinking. Got that. Errol Spence Jr. himself admitted that he would have a drink. Admitted it himself. But for you to say that he is not in the gym, you don't know whether he was in the gym or not in between fights.
I did not say he wasn't in the gym. I said he wasn't a gym rat. I didn't say he wasn't in the gym.
He's out part. Okay. So can we, now that we have established that you don't think that Errol Spence Jr. does everything else everything he can do in the gym. That dude, I get your point on that. And literally I listened for about 3-4 minutes of you continuing to go on about it. I don't know any of that. I don't know of any of that to be true. I don't. What I know is what Errol Spence Jr. himself had said. Errol himself had been out drinking, had been losing focus in between fights because he was being ducked by a lot of fighters. Errol Spence Jr., from what I know, in between every fight after he got back after his car accident, is not out partying and doing all that anymore. Because he moved out of the place that he lived in downtown Dallas, and he got a farm. He lives on a farm. Every time that I see him or hear about him, he's out on a farm raising cattle and trying to figure out, okay, this coyote keeps killing my chickens. Should I get a donkey or should I get a dog? That's what I've heard him talk about for the last 2 years. What the things that you're talking about are things that everybody knew about him 3 years ago. That's what I know to be. That's why I'm saying I don't know if he's not training, if he's not focused. I saw footage of him in the training in the gym consistently in between the Danny Garcia fight, the Ugas fight, and to the Terence Crawford fight. I've seen him in the gym. I've seen and heard that he was in the gym the entire time. I also heard that he was not partying anymore. I heard that he was not out doing that anymore. I've heard that for the last 2 years. If people are going to say that I'm not going to diminish Terence Crawford's win by saying that it's enough to say Errol's not skilled. If you believe he's not skilled enough and he couldn't beat him, fine. But you're doing a lot of speculation.
Who said that he wasn't skilled?
Wasn't skilled enough to beat him. That you felt that he would have beat him anyway.
Oh, okay.
So that's enough. That's enough. We don't have to sit here and purely speculate about what this man is doing outside of the boxing ring because you don't know. Your brother, you say your brother sees him all the time. Your brother sees him every day. Your brother sees him every week. I doubt it. I doubt your brother sees him every week. Oh, I go to the club. He's there every week, drunk as a skunk, sitting there at a bar. You may not intend to say that, but that's what you sound like. That could be incorrectly taken from what you said. It's more than enough that Terence Crawford's a great fighter. That's enough. You can be 100% on your game, be completely focused, and still lose to that man. It just sounds like a lot of Errol bashing to me.
I have no reason to bash Errol. Like I said when
I don't know what your reasons are.
Like I said when I called in, I have no problem with Spence. Like I'm not a pro Crawford guy that hates Spence. I'm a boxing fan.
You're a boxing fan. You're a boxing fan that just spent about 5 minutes sullying the reputation of the man by saying he's not focused on the sport.
I didn't spend 5 minutes. If you replay this and listen to it,
man, I'm not going to get specifics. I can go back and look. You spent enough time.
You just hung up on the guy for saying he was paraphrasing, and you doing that to me.
You just spent. That's not a paraphrase. I just spent, and I didn't hang up on the guy for saying that he's paraphrasing. I hung up on the guy for being a hypocrite. For getting on me for paraphrasing and then turning around and doing it himself. That's being a hypocrite. I didn't let him go because he was paraphrasing. I don't expect you to give me direct off the top of your head exact quotes from somebody. I know what you're doing. But I also know this. You are absolutely running this man down. You absolutely are.
I'm not. So basically you're telling me you know what's in my heart.
No, I know what I'm listening. I know what I'm listening to.
Well, that's the way you taking it, but
fake it with somebody else. You just talked in a negative fashion about what this man does outside of the ring, and you don't know. You did. You're saying what this man is not doing is unfocused outside of the ring. That's what you implied heavily. That is negative. And you don't know it. So I just don't want to. I don't want to continue to listen to it because that's like you tell it. That's like the same thing that I do when people say Terence Crawford is juicing, bro. I don't know if he's juicing or not. I know what goes on. I know what went on with Victor Conte. I have just as much. He's not muted. I have just as much reason to start talking about. Well, you know, Terence Crawford is probably juicing. Well, why? Because he's with Steve. Because look how big his back got. And plus, I know a guy that says that he works with somebody that can get you undetectable performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah, I've heard all that on this channel.
So I might as well. You didn't hear that from me.
No, I didn't say you said it, but I've
Heard.
heard.
I heard what you said on this channel too.
Okay,
You're on this channel now.
I'm aware of that.
So just because you heard it don't mean it's on me. And I said the same thing. Dude, I can't do anything with that. Anybody could be on juice. But dude, don't act like you're not sitting there running that man down. Or at least that's what let me put it this way then. So since you claim you're not.
I'm not.
I perceive from you, my impression of you is that you're running that man down.
That's your impression, but that's not my intent. So we can disagree. We just agree to disagree.
Cool.
That's not my intent at all.
Cool. So let's get back to this. You had an original point that you were trying to make and a question you were going to ask me.
Okay, so the question
you have never asked me to this moment. You still have not asked me that question. What's the question?
For now, I couldn't ask you because you was
I know that you couldn't. I know that you couldn't because I stopped you.
Okay,
because
so
you were running downhill on Errol, in my opinion. So, what is the question that you have for me?
My question was, since this car accident, he fought two other fighters, Danny Garcia and Ugas. So why would his car accident be a factor in his third fight and not his first fight back?
It could have been in all three.
Would you say that he looked the same or he looked any different in the Danny Garcia fight versus the Terence Crawford fight?
Let me answer my question. The question.
Okay.
First of all, there's no way that getting thrown 50 feet from a car and landing on concrete and not remembering anything for several weeks doesn't have an effect on you.
I agree.
Okay, so then since you agreed, then there's no reason to continue the conversation. Since you agree with that.
Yeah, but I was like,
Marcus, you're not going to talk over me, bro. There is Marcus. Since you agree, then you know that it affected him.
It should have. I mean, humanely speaking, humanely speaking. Yes, humanely speaking. From any human.
What's humanity got to do with it?
Okay, let me finish my statement. From any human being that's thrown out of a car like that, I didn't think they would ever box again or even want to, in my personal opinion. But when he did, and he fought Danny Garcia, he literally looked like he's never been in a car accident at all. When he fought Ugas, he looked like he'd never been in a car accident. So my question is, if it wasn't a factor in his first two fights, why would it be a factor in that?
Dude, you already answered your own question. You said there's no way he wasn't affected. So you know he's affected. You know he's affected. So why are you asking me the question? Sorry, I didn't mean to mute you.
I'm thinking from my standpoint, if it was me, if I was in a car accident like that, then it wouldn't, in my mindset, it wouldn't be even physically possible for him to do what he did and go back and fight Danny Garcia.
He got thrown 50 feet from a car and bashed his body on concrete. Okay? That is going to have an effect on you. And you said you understand that.
Yeah, what human being wouldn't?
So since it, there you go. So why are you asking? Why would you think it would affect him against Terence? If it affected him, it's going to affect him against everybody he fights, man. That's the logical conclusion of that.
But why
Come
didn't
on,
it?
man.
I'm just saying, why didn't it?
Stop. Because, bro, come on, man. Dude, you say that you're trying to say that you're not pro this, you're not pro that. Then just use strict logic.
That's what I'm trying to do.
It is not use the pure logic. If somebody is injured and you know that it's going to affect them moving forward, and he fights somebody when he moves forward, it's going to affect him against that fighter. Done. That's it. There's no need to go any further. The reason why you should think that it affected him against Terence Crawford is because you know it affected him. And it's him fighting Terence Crawford.
But I didn't think it affected him when he fought Danny Garcia immediately after.
So you're saying you think it changed his mind? It changed his mind? You think, oh, I thought it affected him. It has to affect him, but it didn't really look like it affected him.
Would you say so?
Yes, I would say so.
So when he fought Danny Garcia, did he seem compromised to you? Because I don't think he did.
I do think he did. Yes, he did.
Okay.
Aaron, man, you know who else said that he was compromised? Errol said he was compromised. Errol said it.
When he fought Danny?
Yes, he said it himself. Dude, come on, man. I
didn't hear that. I'm just
dog, can we play that's what I'm saying. You're just playing games.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm seriously not. Seriously not.
Well, anyway, the answer to your question is why would his car accident affect him against Terence Crawford? Because he got thrown 50 feet from a car and landed on concrete. He did not break bones. He did not break ligaments. But other than that, I'm quite sure that there was a lot of damage done to him, because I don't understand how you could. Okay. And also, I've had injuries where I've had an injury, and guess what happens over time? The injury doesn't go away, but the injury winds up wearing you down more and more and more over time. Because it is a considerable amount of wear and tear. Some of those things is possible that he will never fully heal from and could continue to degenerate. But it's completely reasonable to think that it could be related to that. But guess what? Guess why it's more reasonable than he's been drinking and partying and all of that? Because you don't know that he has been. You don't know that. We know about the car accident. We don't know about all that other stuff you mentioned. But we know about the car accident. We don't know about the other stuff. So I am going to go with the stuff that I actually know about, which is this. Errol Spence Jr. most definitely was inactive for 13 months or 15 months of no fight. That's a legitimate reason to lose your timing, to lose a lot of stuff. Okay? Errol himself said before the fight that it was very difficult to make weight. And I know that Errol was in a big car accident. So all of those things can affect him, and piled upon each other probably did. However, at the same time, none of those things could have happened to him, and he could have still lost to Terence Crawford, because Terence Crawford's a great fighter. And I don't understand why anybody could possibly have a problem with that. It sounds very reasonable to me. Terence Crawford can beat it pretty much anybody in boxing he has a chance to beat or be favored to beat, including Errol if none of that happened. But it did happen. Since it did happen, it absolutely, since he doesn't have any wriggle room to play with Terence Crawford, it could affect him even more so against a fighter that is that good.
Yeah.
That's my answer to the question.
Cool.
All right, bro.
All right, take it easy.
Peace. Mint McLachlan, Fanon says that everybody knows that you are get out of my life, bro. I'm not interested, bro. Be very clear. What's going on, upper echelon?
What's going on, Martin?
I'm chilling, brother. What's up?
Hell, I was willing to donate anything if you let me on the thing with that man right there.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't see the private chat. That's my bad.
Yeah, but peace and blessings for none. How are you today?
I'm well, man. I can't complain about a thing, man. You know, we out here talking
Okay.
boxing, and I love talking boxing. And I'm actually getting people to get up here and argue with me, man.
I
I
see.
just kind of got a little bit, perturbed
Yeah, it's kind of
with
good.
the.
I see that. I see that. I see that. I was trying to get some of that action too, but hey, it's your meal, your dinner, your plate, your party. I just gotta sit back and watch. I know I'm gonna have me some action later on. But
So what's up, man? What's on your mind, man?
well, what's on my mind is the guy Marcus. That was the guy name right before me, right?
Yes,
Marcus and
Marcus is
his
good. Marcus is a
brother.
good dude too, bro. Marcus is a good dude. I like talking to Marcus.
Yeah, he's a good dude, but he's a damn liar. Him and his brother
How
are
you be a
liars.
dog? How you be a dog? How you gonna be a good guy and a damn liar? But go ahead, man.
Hey, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because the man sat here giving backhanded comments the whole time. When I see before he even got started, you can look at your chat. I sat there and said, watch. I said he's a Bud fan and he's about to try to run down Errol. I said it before he even got started. And I seen the way he got started. I said, okay, he's building it up to start bashing, but you caught him on most of it. But Marcus, Earl got tired versus Danny Garcia. He wasn't able to finish Danny Garcia. When he fought Danny Garcia, he came off, he got winded in the ninth round. Earl wasn't himself on that one. In the Ugas fight, Earl took a minute to get started. Remember, he said it took me a while to get into gear. So for you, sir, to say that he didn't get affected, you, sir, are a liar. And then you said you and your brother sees him all the time out there. He moved out to the country. He don't go out drinking no more since the accident. You, sir, are a liar. And your brother are a liar. The man sitting there, he's having parties with chickens and ducks and cows. And yes, before the accident, he did used to party, but then he done cut himself away from that and realized what's good. Then the man was able to maintain some semblance to his weight from the Ugas fight all the way to when Terence stopped ducking him to fight him. Remember, Errol didn't blow up like he used to. Errol stayed around 160, 170. So he stayed in the gym. Frank Martin and Anthony Joshua attested to that. Said Earl was a workout machine. He stays in there working out. They said they couldn't keep up with him because that's all he do was work out. So you, sir, your brother are another liar. What you did was try to get up here and backhand comment and disrespect Earl and push him down. And what's crazy is before we see the Earl versus Terrence fight, you probably had maybe 6 or 7, Barton was included, people that was actually giving Terence Crawford a chance. Now everybody acting like Earl doesn't have a chance, like Earl can't do this, and Earl can do that. I'm gonna tell you like this: you need to take that fight out your memory. That's like Hakeem Rockman beat Lennox Lewis. It was a once in a lifetime occurrence. Like I said, I've had real coaches on my show. I've had people tell you the fight wasn't what y'all think. And Earl took his lick, but it won't be the same on the rematch. You got to realize Earl wasn't nutritionist strong. He wasn't beneficial strong. He wasn't accessory strong. Like Earl was beat all parts of the fight. He was beat with the accessories. He was beat with the nutrition. He was beat with the financial. Earl just took a whole bunch of L's in that fight right there. So right now, Earl is building up for it's called super revenge. He's going to revenge it on all stages. But like I said, for now, I was one of the few people, and Tim Stoudemire and Sell, a few other Bud fans was saying that, especially Rick Tills was saying that Bud had a chance, right? Everybody else was on the Earl bandwagon, so let's not act like you're not. That's why y'all capping so hard for Bud now to prove that you was on the Bud side when in actuality you was with us raising the Earl pom-pom. So don't act like you wasn't. I seen a couple of Marcus, you was over here with us too. So don't do that, dog. Don't do that. I remember you, bro. Like I said, you, sir, are a liar. And now everybody's hollering, Earl don't stand a chance, Earl. And they trying to force it down your throat to make the cap so hard so they can act like they're the top Bud fans. And 90% of them really not Bud fans, especially if you trying to send Bud out to Canelo. You just want to see Bud go to sleep as well. Y'all backhanded haters. That's what it is. And I'm going to tell you like this. Before the Earl fight, everybody was picking Earl Spence. I don't know. It takes just a little bit of something to make everybody think that Earl don't stand a chance. Nah. Earl still the same Earl before the fight, and he's gonna make believers. I'm gonna tell you like this, y'all make sure y'all stay on that Bud side when it happens, because I'm looking at every one of y'all taking pictures of each and every one of y'all screenshots. I don't want to hear you try to come back over to the Never Land when Earl come back and he breaks that man right there when the man gloves are straight, and right now. Victor Conte worried about what's going on real quick.
Hey, real quick, because I want you to go for a while, man. I really do want you to cook. Let me get these 4 super chats, brother, real fast.
Okay.
Hey, Maria said, good morning, Fanon. Thanks to you and the chat for the boxing conversation. And, man, thank you, sister, for the support. Aaron Muhammad said, Fanon, super chat Thursday, a little something for the troll repellent fund. Thanks, man. I'm in a better mood now, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support, bro. And my guy, D for the win. What's up, man? What's up, D for the win? I think I saw a comment of yours somewhere, man. You asked me something. I think I responded to it. D for the win said they keep dragging my boy Errol's name like he done, and ain't about to bounce back. He lost to the all-time great. No shame in that, none. And my guy D for the win said Victor's snack program can change his behavior, but Errol can't. F out. Fuck out of here. Shake my head. Much love. And Kai, thank you, sister. Crawford is too great for any compromised fighter. Thank you very much, Kai. Appreciate you. Kylie Shepard, I'm sorry. Thank you, Kylie Shepard. And one more again with my guy. Well, hey, man, what's up, man? Thank you, man. My guy, Mr. Ramsey, said, keep it real, make your point, forget the shade. Exactly, man. Much love, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Mr. Ramsey. Thank you for that support. And my guy, Upper Echelon, in the building, who's on the channel right now, brother. Thank you for that support, bro. And I think I got one more, brother. One more. And Derek Choice out there about to hate. Y'all have made 103 excuses for Errol. Man, Derek Choice, what's your excuse? What's your excuse for Derek? Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, Derek. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, man.
Ain't nobody making excuses. It's called observations, Derek Choice. I've told you that once before. Even on my channel, I told you it's called observations. So if a lion eats a gazelle, like I've said before, and we see that and we take a picture of it, we say, look, the gazelle didn't have teeth, he didn't have claws, and he wasn't quick enough to get away from the lion. Are we making the excuse for the gazelle, or are we making an observation of the reason why the lion ate the gazelle? Like, it's like y'all act like that we can't make an observation nowadays. It's like it's a witch hunt. If a person makes an observation, it's a witch hunt if we try to say what we seen. We don't get to observe that it's an excuse. Look up the definition for an excuse. We're not complaining or trying to martyr why something happened. We're explaining what we seen. That's a difference. And people need to learn the difference. I've had a renowned coach on my show, and he explained about a few things that people are not talking about in that fight. You can go back and watch that later on. But yes, it wasn't all peaches and cream in that fight. And that's why Errol didn't complain. Errol said, I just want my lick back. Because men don't complain, Derek Choice. Men don't make excuses, Derek Choice. We just casually look at the observations and we give our assessments.
Hey, real quick, Marcus Priest, say what you want about Marcus Priest. Marcus Priest, I like Marcus Priest because Marcus Priest talks it, but Marcus Priest supports the channel. So thank you, Marcus Priest, for the $12 holler, brother. Good conversation. You welcome to jump back on right now, Marcus. If you want to beef with my boy Upper Echelon, I ain't got no problem. But thank you, Marcus. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for your support, bro. Go ahead, though, man.
Oh yeah, Marcus, I'm with the smoke, Marcus. If you want the smoke, you know I blow it. You know that's like my song say. I blow all smoke. It's pause. Smoke. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I had to think about that. I had to think about what.
You had to pause that because you don't see Orlando with the pause, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why I said that. Said it. T. Orlando made me have to say that right there because I know how T. Orlando in his mind gets. Yes, T. Orlando. If he won't smoke, we can get it. But I'm gonna tell you like this, Errol. Everybody know Errol went the same because that's what I'm saying. For now, people forget about the lead up to the fight. Like even you was like, man, come on, guys, we got to give Crawford a chance because even you realized people wasn't giving Crawford a chance.
Why you say even?
No, I'm talking about like even.
You said even you, dog.
I'm saying even you was a supporter of Crawford. That's what I'm saying.
Of course, man. These people don't be listening.
Like that's why I say it wasn't that many Crawford supporters. And for them to even say that you be bashing Crawford, no. Even Fanon was on the Crawford side. Like, he was telling y'all that Crawford had a chance. And and I say even Fanon because everybody called that Fanon's a Spence hater, a Spence pro channel. And I'm like, Fanon can't be a Spence pro channel because even Fanon was representing Crawford a little bit. So no. He's one
Bro,
of the
I have been defending Terence Crawford for years.
Exactly. But that's when people sit there
Years.
talking about that you did this to Crawford. No, Fanon was one of the people over there. It wasn't but like 5 people, and Fanon was over there with the 5. I say Incel, Timothy Stoudemire, especially Rick Timms.
Chillville, Jeffrey Brooks. But no, I mean, I'll tell you what I think. I said, look, man, I lean towards Errol winning the fight because I think his volume and his style and all that. And it is what it is, man. I think Errol Spence Jr. is a great fighter. I love watching Errol fight. Think that's a hard style to beat. But but I was like, look, man, Terence Crawford can absolutely positively win this fight. Exactly. Yeah, he can. Because he's a very, very good fighter, bro.
And that's what sets you apart from most of the content creators, because most of the content creators weren't doing that. Like, everybody was complaining that everybody was pro Errol. Everybody was pro Errol. All the Bud fans was sitting there saying it. Every time we look up, we're pro Errol channels. Everybody's pro Errol. All the chats are pro Errol. Now everybody talking about Bud. Come on, man. Where was y'all at? Where was y'all at 12 months ago? No. And now they trying to cap real hard for Bud, just trying to make people think that they wasn't on the side with us. But then in a few more months, when they fight again, y'all gonna try to come back to us. But nah, we see you. Y'all like on that daggone that song with your boy be like, beat him up, beat him up, beat him up when he kept switching from different sides. That's what it is right there.
Oh, they definitely some fair weather fans out here, dog. But a lot of these dudes was always riding with him. Marcus Priest was, from what I remember, Marcus Priest was always. What's going on, Claymore Rain? Claymore Rain said, I love this channel. I'll see you, Claymore.
Oh, man. I know it's about time for his section to hop on.
yeah, he's right there smiling and pumping his fist up. He's right there. But it's all good, man. I'm appreciating y'all hollering at me today, man. This is, y'all make it fun, bro. Samuel Ramsey said, I lost on Errol, but I knew in the first round he was weak. Yeah, I knew at the end.
Yeah, I lost the daggone 2022 car. I lost a 2022 model car on Errol that day, boy. I thought I was about to move to luxury. But when I see them walk out, I said, man, that car go. I just lost that car, though. Because I seen it. He was like a deer in the headlights. Like, I said his legs were shaky, everything. I seen when he walked down. I said, man, hold on, man. I said, I hope they didn't do him like they did Wilder, and it was something in the liquor or something. Because he wasn't there, man. He wasn't there. And then I just realized, I said, it was a money grab. I said, look, he missed out on the Pacquiao money grab. And I said, he ain't 100%, but he wasn't about to let that paper go past him. And I said, I can't blame him, but dang, I wish he would have gave me some foresight. I said, because I wouldn't have dropped all this bread on him, but I did. So he got to make it up. And look, mentally, he told me he said this to me through the Jedi mind tricks, right? He said, look, I lost this one, but I'm gonna get my rematch, and they're gonna make the odds even wider, so you can put a little bit less on me and win a lot more. And I'm like, yeah, boy, they're gonna make them odds real messed up next go round. And I'm gonna put the bag on them again. And guess what? I'm gonna walk away with a mansion in Beverly Hills. Cause look, Bob lost a mansion on Beverly Hills betting with Crawford, so I might as well get one betting against him. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
But peace and blessings, man. I'm about to get ready to go. I'm about to eat me some cereal. You know what they say, that cereal. Give me some cereal and milk.
I got you, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, sir.
All right, no problem. Peace and blessings to everybody out there in the chat. And yeah, thank you, D1. Yeah, we do be cooking. And y'all make sure y'all smash that like button. For now, I'm missing a few of them. I'm out.
All right, brother. Get back. I'm sorry, Ray. Hey, Ray, it's actually Claymore Rain was right in front of you. What's going on, Claymore Rain?
Hey, what's good?
And I see Marcus Priest, so I'll let y'all all here at the same time.
Let's get
it. What's going on, Claymore Rain?
Marcus, what up, though? I'm so glad you let him back in the building.
Yeah, man, I like Marcus Priest, man. Marcus is a good dude, man. We ain't got to always agree. I like dude. He's good people.
Right, he was the one who was just talking right about the Dustin
Yeah,
Poirier
yeah.
with
So
the
what's
ducking.
on your mind, brother? I
Right,
just didn't want
right.
everybody to have to sit back there forever, man,
Nah,
like they
I
usually
love it
do.
like this. This is a new experience for me. What up, Ray? You know what I'm
What's going
saying?
on, man? Finally get
Man,
to
what's
meet
good?
you.
Man, I'm glad to meet you, man.
All right.
I watch you guys all the time, man. That's what's up, man. This really just Marcus inspired me to call in, man, because I really appreciated his perspective on number one on the gray area of ducking. As far as fighters back in the day, it seemed like, and Roy Jones even spoke about this before, about how back in the day fighters were more motivated to fight the best, right? To put their skills to the challenge to prove that they were the best, and we do see a lack of that, I think, in today's game. And I also agree with Marcus as far as the Floyd Mayweather effect. That I think that is real. Like you said, Marcus, no shots at Floyd Mayweather. I don't think he did that on purpose, like shot it down. But I think yes, him getting paid the way he felt he needed to get paid, and his negotiation tactics and the things he used to get that money has a lot of fighters wanting to follow him in that same in that same energy, right? They want to get the money, and they believe that because Floyd was undefeated, that they want to leverage their undefeated record, and they get real nervous about putting that record on the line because of that. And us as the fans, we miss out on seeing some great fights when they're supposed to happen, because unfortunately sometimes we get the fights, but we get them at the wrong time. We don't get to see them at their best, and we lose out on that. I agree with him on that. As far as the Errol conversation that got real heated. And Marcus, you already know if you're gonna touch up on that subject, get ready for the smoke. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? You
We
already know
smoking.
sense.
We smoking.
So you already know how it is. So, but what I would say is, I felt like Marcus was more going in the direction of just saying that there's reward for hard work, and when you get to that level in the game, when you get to that top level of the game, those things begin to make a difference. Those variables begin to count at that point, right? So when you look at Terence Crawford and his work ethic, being in the gym, being a gym rat the way he is, and then Errol's questionable work ethic, right? Like, I believe he's a hard worker, but just saying that finding the time to, not to say finding the time, putting liquor into your body, you know what I mean? Partying, staying late, and Errol has commented before about how in between camps he wasn't really training. You saw that when he was on there with on the pivot. Just being honest about things that he was lacking in, that he's way more focused on now. Now he may not be doing those things, but they can still affect you, just like the car accident. As far as saying that over time, these things start to play their role and start to affect the fighter. And in that fight against Terence, maybe that's when it all came together. Maybe it just wasn't the accident. Maybe it was also the years of not treating your body right, cutting weight in an unhealthy way, not training the way you're supposed to be training, not taking the sport as serious as you should be. Instead of hanging out with Yellow Beezy, should have been hanging out with Jamel and them. You know what I'm saying?
Or
So,
waiting on Bud to take the fight,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
right,
Or waiting on Bud to take the fight while he ducking, right?
all the
Because
above, all
yeah,
the above,
yeah.
all the above. I'm
So
sure. But at
can
the
I
end of the
jump in?
day,
Can I jump in on
Hey,
Terence
that?
Crawford.
real quick, because I know somebody about to respond to that. Hey, Big
Yeah.
Dog Willie said, I knew EJ was overrated because he got KO'd in sparring by Amir Khan. Pure facts.
Yeah, I did
So
see that, Big
Caller
Dog
and
Willie.
hold on one second, man. Let me finish. So Caller and all the EJ fans need to relax. Bud fans speak facts. Facts. You know he's shy. You know he's Johnny. Hey, thank you for that support. Thank you for that support, Big Dog Willie.
Big
Yeah,
Go
Big
dog.
ahead.
Dog Willie was right.
Yeah,
It
because
did
Errol
happen.
Haney said so.
Exactly, Ray. Exactly. And see, I knew he was gonna hop up here for a chance to get on the Earl bashing party right there.
We
And
was waiting
me?
for it. Yeah,
of,
you.
of course you, bro. You do it every day, and I be wondering if you are. I I
Yeah,
I was
you.
wondering, are you a sucker for punishment? Because every day you hop up here and get your notions shot down, and I feel like
Right.
that you want to be in an abusive relationship because you come up here every day just to get beat on. And now I'm sitting there saying you one of the people that sit there, y'all steady bash Earl, right? But y'all forget about the fact that Earl looking good after the Ugas fight. He's been on a long layoff and he was ready. But then he had Bud. We not gonna act like Bud ain't stall him out for another year and a half. And while he was waiting, Bud knew that he had to get a fight in. That's why he got a fight in. He jumped and took a fight. He could have told Earl, so Earl could have got another fight in, but no. Bud's got his hand in both pots. Then he takes a fight so it doesn't be past a year of him not fighting. And all while the fact he has Earl on the screen waiting. He could let Earl know. We could have got another fight in between. Then, after he beat David Avenesian, where the gloves busted, where I've never seen Deontay Wilder, Mike Tyson, Holyfield, the Hulk. I've never seen none of these prolific punchers bust through some gloves now. Bust through some gloves that's boxing. Bust through some gloves. They asked Terence Crawford, what do you want to do next? Well, I got to go back to me and my team, and we got to decide what's best for us. Like Earl didn't just sit there and tell you, I want your strap. But then Earl gets in another car accident where the car is totaled. He did get another accident where the car was totaled. Hey, yo, Earl, if you trying to spin the block back around, I'm ready for you. After he get in another car accident, that's when he did that. So we're not going to act like the man ain't sit there and wait till when the pop was ready for him to call him out.
Yep.
Can I respond to that?
Hey, let me jump in here right quick, fellas.
Yeah.
So, first of all, I want to say, like, I'm not, what I said, like, what my brother told me, it wasn't recent. Like, I know he living on a farm, this, that, and the other, whatever. But my brother did see him in the club. I didn't say when he seen him, but he did see him in the club drunk. That's facts. I'm not trying to run. Hold on, let me finish. I'm not trying to run the man down or this, that, and the other, whatever. Like, this whole thing, like, we all boxing fans. You know, first, you know what I'm saying? We all boxing fans. So, you know, at the end of the day, you can root for, you know what I'm saying, your favorite fighter, or you can say this fighter can beat this fighter, this, that, and the other, whatever. But, you know, two things could be true. Like I said, like, I've always been you accuse me of being a Spence fan, this, that, and the other, whatever. I am a Spence fan. Like, I do like Errol Spence. But I never thought that Errol Spence skill set can beat Terence Crawford's skill set. I've said that since I've said that since day one. I also think I'm a big Danny Garcia fan. I'm a bigger Danny Garcia fan than I am a Spence fan. Like, I like Spence, you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, when Spence fought Garcia,
pause real fast. This only take 2 seconds. And thank you for jumping back on, Marcus. Thank you. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. You ain't full of shit. Like, you not like the first dude that called. They just, you know what I mean? You a legit. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you for being here, man. Errol Spence and my guy, Mr. Ramsey, said Errol Spence won because Terence. Hold on 1 second, man. Errol Spence won before Terence Crawford, but even then, he wasn't himself. That's my guy. Thank you for that support, Samuel Ramsey. So go ahead, Marcus.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm just saying, like, you know, Fanon's on record as saying Terence Crawford moves funny. I agree with that 1,000%. It was a question at one point that Crawford was scared of Spence. I don't think he's scared of Spence. Crawford just wants his money right, you know, and the fight never would have been made if Spence didn't come to the table and say, hey, pretty much get that man what he want to make this fight happen.
Well, he did
because you know, I don't think he was intentionally trying to wait Spence out and this, that, and the other, whatever. The man was just trying to get his money. The man was just trying to get his money.
So when they first met, Crawford already said they're gonna say that you was weight drained and all this. They knew what the plan was, bro. They knew what the plan was. Exactly. They knew, and see, the only thing is they knew Spence. One thing about Spence that other fighters aren't, Spence is loyal to the fans and what he says. And he said he was going to give us that fight. So that man bypassed an even more lucrative fight with Thurman to fight Bud Crawford. To sit there and wait for Bud Crawford to do his song and dance where any other boxer would have said, the heck with you, dog.
So let me ask you a question.
Hold on. I'm going to let you ask me in just a second. But check this out, right?
Okay.
Spence is over 10 years in the same division. Bud's in his third division. Do you know how hard it is? And I used to box. Do you know how hard it is for a fighter to keep the same weight class that he had when he was a teenager?
Yes, I do.
Spence came in at 152. He cut down to 147. Crawford came in, he was at 135. He's moved up 3 weight divisions, so he's had a chance to let his muscles develop and able to use the real strength of his muscles. While Earl, that's why he say 50% of me is better than 100% of these boxes because he's not even being able to give you 100%. Earl Spence is better yet at 40% when he boxes at 147 because he's a bigger fighter. That's why Floyd said he'll look best at 160 or 168 because Spence has a bigger build. And Spence has been cutting weight since a teenager to make this weight right there. And then Crawford knows that Spence is on the teeter. That's why Crawford held out a little bit longer. He said from the plan, he's going to be weight drained when we fight. Earl could barely make the weight. That's why they had a private weigh-in. Earl could barely make it. The man was on the teeter and on the edge of exhaustion, bro. And like now you see Crawford's not even trying to honor the fact that he said, I had problems making 147. So if you even had problems, why not fight the man at 154? You see, he knows he got a different Spence, and he's not really trying to go against the real Spence. That's what the problem is.
Hey, hold on, man. Got a good correction. That fight's at 154, bro. That already came out. Came out yesterday. Maria said Bud fans talk a lot, but don't buy his fights.
They bootleg it. She right.
We bootleggers now. We bootleggers, I guess.
I mean, she's right because I even predicted that they would not sell more than 700,000. I'm on record to saying that because I'm saying, okay, EJ bringing his half of the party to light, but Bud fans don't bring their half of the party. The man did 100. Look, Devin Haney did more than Bud did on his first time out. Devin Haney and I'm not a Devin Haney fan, but check this out. His first pay-per-view has did what all four of Bud's pay-per-views have done separately. Bud did 50,000 versus Post Style, 136,000 with Sean Porter, 148,000 with Amir Khan, and he did under 10,000 with David Avrasnesia. But he deserves what he asked for with Earl Spence. Come on, man. Like I said, if Earl was more committed to himself instead of
upper echelon, let Marcus let Claymore reign. He got his hand raised.
Can I tap in? Shit. Yeah, I just want to tap in. You know what I mean? So much, right? So much has been said in the past 5 minutes, right? As far as my theories getting shot down, fine, okay, whatever. I don't know. I go on record to say that 9 out of 10 times when I'm talking with Fanon, that most of the time I agree, believe it or not, with what he's saying, right? What I try to do is I try to just give some outside perspective on why people may feel the way they feel about certain situations, just to give some perspective on it. Number one. Number two, you know, all these pay-per-view numbers and all these Errol was weight drained and legs were shaky and bop. You know, Fanon spoke a little bit earlier about speaking about facts of what we know and not speaking about what we don't know. So your personal opinions may be that's what the case
facts,
was.
Bro.
Right? All right, hold on.
His legs were shaking. That's facts.
All right,
and
bear with me, right?
numbers are facts.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm gonna let you go. But look,
no, I hear
his
you.
legs
let him go.
shaking. That was
Hold on, upper echelon. You can't say I'm gonna let you go, but look, just let him go, man.
Right.
I'll put time on it, brother. I appreciate y'all having this good conversation, man.
I appreciate it. I love this. This is like
if
fun.
you go a little bit long, trust me, I'll pass him over there. Then I got to hear what Ray Davis got to say. I'll put a little bit of moderator.
Ray go next. Go ahead.
Like, this is fun. Like, I've never been part of something like this. So
real quick though. Hey, real quick, for the people that were worried about why I was worried about my health, I got to let you know, because, you know, I'm losing a lot of weight. And then what happened was my LDL cholesterol was high in this blood test I had. But as I read, they're like, don't worry about it, because a lot of that cholesterol, when you lose fat, your fat in your body holds the cholesterol and it will release it into your bloodstream. Yeah. So your LDL is going to be higher because you're having a lot of weight loss.
Your body conserved it.
Yeah, your body was conserving it because it stores that shit and sugar and fat. But anyway, I just want to let you know, man, that's what I had on my mind while I was a little bit kind of like, I got to figure this out. Because, you know, like I said, man, all you young boys out there, stay healthy so you ain't got to try to get healthy.
Facts.
Go ahead, bro. I'll let y'all keep rapping. I appreciate this. Oh, one quick though. I'm sorry. Also, my guy in the Cash App, brother, my man Sammy, Mr. Ramsey, brother. Thank you, Mr. Ramsey, bro. Said a weight cut layoff plus Terence Crawford skills and snack.
And snack.
I'm trying to get it up. I ain't gonna lie. I've been looking up some information. I think I might tap in. But
Yeah.
listen,
Go ahead, brother. I'm back. I'm
if it
listening.
works, it works. It is what it is. Right. So all those things, you know what I mean? Like his legs may have been shaky. Maybe you guys physically saw that. Maybe, you saw that obviously in the fight. You felt like his legs were shaky. But ultimately, the Derek James of the sport, well, Derek James, Errol Spence, these guys, you know what I mean? The reason they didn't make excuses is because the responsibility falls on their shoulders to be ready that night. And what you're going to hear a lot of times when we have conversations like this, as far as Bud is concerned, and you guys, I'm sure, you guys are going to call me the Bud fan. And I'm a fan of Errol as well. I'm a fan of boxing first, though, like Marcus said. And I guess the biggest thing is no excuses. You know what I mean? They're going to fight again, and they'll get and Errol will get an opportunity to show who he is or what potentially he can hit. But when you hear the excuses, it makes people start to begin to say, "Come on, man." Bud won the fight.
Difference is not
Errol wasn't.
No.
Errol didn't win the fight. Errol didn't. Now, if Errol would have mentioned and said, "You know what? I really didn't cut weight well this time around," or I didn't prepare as well as I wanted to, or maybe even I had an injury during camp and I had to sit outside of training for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then fine, I'll give some weight to all these
Clay, let me ask you a question.
But wait. So, but at the end of the day, it's all speculation. We all gonna speculate. You guys are gonna speculate. I'm gonna speculate. That's for sure. Y'all know that, right? So
Okay, let me ask you a question,
So at the end of the
Claymore.
day, though, the facts is one guy won, one guy lost. Nobody's making excuses about why he won or lost, except for the fans.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Claymore. What's the difference between speculation
Sure.
or an excuses and an observation?
Correct.
Did nobody make no excuse? It's called an observation. If somebody's asking me why things happen, I can give my observation. What's the difference between an observation and an excuse?
Definitely, you can do that. Yeah, I have no problem with you doing that.
No, I'm saying, what's the difference between
I'm going to speculate, so I'm not going to tell you not to speculate. But
No,
okay, I'm going to say the difference, right? I'm going to say the difference,
Okay.
right? So Marcus Priest earlier today. Am I saying your name? Is it Marcus Priest?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Earlier, he spoke on his observation, right? He said he noticed that Errol Spence partied, drank, things of that nature. Errol Spence himself has admitted that, right? That he used to do that a little too much. Not to mention he flipped a car and caught a DUI. So we can say that he's on record for at least one time in his life drinking too much, right?
Let's not even bring that up right there.
Wait, hold on.
And that's not all I said. That's the part that get picks out, but that's not all I said.
Let me jump in real quick.
Wait. I'm just going to clarify.
Pause, everybody. Hold on, everybody. Claymore Rain, bro. Finish in about 20 seconds. Then I'm gonna let Marcus Priest clarify what he said. So in about 20 seconds, I'm gonna flash my face back on, and then I'm gonna be like, okay, move to Marcus Priest, and then Ray Davis, and then upper echelon. And so we can clean that out and people don't start talking over each other. But again, thank you to everybody today for supporting the channel. Thank you to every one of you all for jumping on this panel. And I want to do this more. I just don't know a lot of good dudes that can show up and talk boxing a lot of times, because I think it's really good for people to hear other people's opinion other than mine, even though I've waxed every single solitary one of you except upper echelon, because we've never had a debate. Even though I've waxed all of y'all in debates, we need to see the B team roll.
Don, you ain't beat me yet for now. We had a draw,
bro. This man is in his bag. I thought we was gonna slide. I thought I was gonna slide. Anyway, he got me at the end. Anyway, but at the end of the day, that was and Marcus, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm not saying that's exactly what you said. I was just more so. I'm sure you'll clarify it better because you're the one who said it. But just to say that that I was recognizing what you were saying as an observation of what you saw, and you were trying to show the difference between work ethic between Terence, Bud, and an Errol. To me, that was an observation. I don't feel like he was speculating, right? So same thing with you, upper echelon. If you feel like you saw him with shaky legs, I'm assuming you're observing that. You know what I'm saying? But when we're talking about his weight draining and him not being 100%, I'm saying that's speculation because Errol didn't say that and nobody in his camp said that. But go ahead.
Go ahead, Marcus.
Nah, one of y'all can go.
All right, let me go
ahead, Ray.
So you said what you had gave as examples was according to Marcus quotes, because we talk about quotes, right?
Facts.
You said that he said that all the drinking and stuff. Earl did that years ago, so that has nothing to do with the fight that took place last July. Earl, another thing, Earl was in training the whole year from the end of the fight with Ugas, and we seen him in training. Only time was his kid's birthday because I follow him on Instagram. He went to Disneyland in California, and then he took some other trip to Florida. Other than that, he's been in the gym training for Bud. He's been calling him out, saying he's waiting. Then he got quiet. And the only team that was talking over there was Bomac saying, well, we don't know what's going to happen, blah, 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 blah. To answer your other question about the money, because we talked about money, that money thing was funny because Bud said he was his own boss. He went to BLK Prime when he was offered. No,
somebody else's question or mine?
No, you said something about money, but we're going to let me finish.
I didn't.
Let him finish.
So when you said that he went to BLK Prime for apparently $10 million, which no one know he didn't get. But before that, went on live, stated that he was ducking Earl because he already did it. Stated that he was ducking Earl because Earl didn't want to pay up, or Al Heyman didn't want to pay up, and he's fishy and sneaky. Then he said that he wanted to give him his own deal with some mutual fund with some guys that they got to pay money back to the people before they get paid. Who does that? That right there is capping itself. So when we talk about how Earl wasn't right, Earl was waited out, and I don't mean wait out like his weight. He was waited out. They made that man sweat his time, staying at that weight for a long time. So when it was time, because if you look in the ring, look how Terence bounced back in his size. Terence looked like a daggone mutant. Nobody ever seen him that big. 160. He was like 168 in that fight. Earl looked like he was about 5 pounds heavier after the weigh-in. He didn't look like he gained a pound. So that's observation because you can see the difference. Speculation is guessing on what happened.
Snack is speculation.
We're thinking this is what could possibly happen because we have a sight of it, but that's not true. Observation is exactly what happened, and we seen what happened through that fight. So at the end of the day, before we start going on saying that, oh, this is why he lost and these are the excuses, Earl said, number one, I'm not making excuses. I got my ass whipped. Straight up. Only people that really are pushing the Earl fans to stand up for him are the Bud buddies. The ones, not the Bud fans, the Bud buddies. The ones that come out there and say, oh, look at what Earl this, that. And they keep bringing it up. The fight was over 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. They were still bringing up Earl. Everything they did, it was like the greatest, like he won the Super Bowl. And he finally got his big one. And they just couldn't let it go. Earl fans was dead in the water. We wasn't saying nothing. But then you know what? We had to strike back. Jaws Part 2, baby. And when it happens, y'all want to see what Earl does to this man.
You know what's so bad about it, Ray?
What's up?
This is why they're so mad about it, right? Because they want us to be so upset and they want us to stop being Earl fans because Earl lost, because that's their logic. If their guy loses, they're going to hop ship. And in their minds, they know they didn't get a true Earl Spence. They know that they didn't get 100% Earl Spence. They know they didn't get a game Earl Spence. So they can't really celebrate their boxer as the best because they wonder in their mind what would have happened if they went against a real true version of Earl Spence. And that's what plays on their mind, so they can't accept their victory that bad. So that's why they go to bashing and want to push it out there because they can't even accept the win the way they want. Bud couldn't even accept the win and celebrate the way he wanted because Bud even knew that he went with a lesser version of Earl. So in his mind, he's not even sure, can I beat Earl? Or can I Rolling Romero like he came out his leg?
Right now we observe.
Hold on, I'm about to give it back to Ray, bro. Let me give it back to Ray. I was giving Ray a point. I'm about to give it back to him. But Rolling Romero would have beat that version of Earl Spence, and that's the reason why it's so bad about him. But go ahead, Ray, finish your point.
Yeah. I mean, look at who Earl just beat the crap out of Ugas. Forget how Ugas just took that loss because that loss happened because Earl beat the brakes off him. That's why that loss happened that way. Now, moving to Terence Crawford. Who has Terence Crawford dominated like that in a fight? And he fought like way at the bottom class opponents. They weren't even at the caliber of Earl Spence. And he dominated them. Number one, when Earl got knocked down, and this is no excuse, this is observation, right? When he got knocked down in that second round, first thing Earl did was what? He tried to get back on that knockdown. His mind, his game plan, everything went out the window. He wasn't listening to Derrick James because Derrick James told him get his head off the line. He did not do that. He kept coming forward and just trying to get that knockdown back. He knew it was. And then once he realized he wasn't going to get that knockdown back, he started boxing a little bit. And when he started boxing, what happened with Terence? Terence started grabbing a little bit, getting a little closer, and then hitting him with those shots, and then sliding off to the left. I watched the fight. I boxed too, by the way, back in the day. You know what I mean? My kids in boxing. And I just letting you know, man, I seen the fight like everybody else, and I know what happened. I'm big fish strong. I'm going to stay there. You know what I mean? I do like Bud. I think Bud is a great fighter. I never took nothing away from him. No Errol Spence true fans took anything away from Burrow. We actually gave him his flowers. But at the same time, we're not sitting there making excuses. We're just telling you what we saw. Whether it was snack, whether it was the gloves was flexible, whatever it was, these are things that are put out there by people that are making excuses, but they're liable excuses. These things are actually could be factual. They can be proven. So we just have to wait for the evidence to present itself. Other than that,
Exactly.
we there, bro. Go ahead, take it.
Marcus, I want Marcus to get it off his chest too, though, because I know he was waiting.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I'm a fan of boxing first. You know what I'm saying? And all this other behind the scenes, you know, gloves and, you know, I look at the total picture, you know, and the total picture is when you listen to Bud Crawford interviews, when you listen to how he speaks and how he moves, he's all about money. That's what he's all about. He's all about his money being right, you know, and
Facts.
as far as his pay-per-view sales or whatever, like, I don't know, as a boxing fan, I don't care about that. I don't care about pay-per-view sales. And, you know, a lot of stuff in boxing is a popularity contest. You know, the only reason why Ryan Garcia is popular, and anytime you hear anything about this guy, even though he does have some boxing skills, you hear about his name, and then you hear about how many Instagram followers he had, you know, which makes him popular. You know, don't mean he's a great boxer, just makes him popular. So if this dude got 1.5 million Instagram followers, then that means maybe 1 million people will buy his fights. You know, so it's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know, and Terence Crawford. Yeah, exactly. You know, so Terence Crawford, you know, Al wouldn't really messing with him like that. Al's on the record, PBC's on the record, said they didn't even want that fight. You know, they didn't want that fight to happen. They really wanted him to fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's in his camp. You know, he had already fought everybody else, all the other welterweights pretty much in the PBC. Thurman was the last one. Let's get this money. They was trying to make that Thurman fight. Then maybe we can.
You know why they wanted to make that Thurman fight? The reason why they wanted to make the Thurman fight, because first off, they felt like Bud was pricing himself out for one. Mm-hmm. And they see the sales of Bud's, like his sales weren't doing too good. Like Errol and Sean Porter just did over 350K. Sean Porter and Bud did 131K. Like, come on, man.
Bud is like me. Bud is like me when it comes to boxing. You know, look at my resume. Look at who I am as a boxer. I blame that on Top Rank. Top Rank didn't promote him right.
Hold on, Clay.
But they didn't promote him. If Bud was a PBC fighter, he would have the status that he has now. He would have already been a household name.
Hold on one second. Hey, Mark. Hey, upper echelon. You cutting into Marcus a lot. Just hold up a second, man. If it's 20 seconds, then I'll jump in. But right now, I can't nobody hear what's being said. So just finish your point, Marcus, and then in about 30 seconds, and then after that, after about 30 seconds, go to upper echelon. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I just personally don't believe that Bud was trying to intentionally, you know what I'm saying, wait him out, because like he said over and over and over. And he thanks Errol Spence profusely. This fight wouldn't have happened without you. It was Errol going to the PPC and said, "Look, just get that man what he wants. Let's make this fight happen." It was Errol that made that fight. If Errol hadn't did that, this fight wouldn't have happened. You know, Errol probably would have just dropped the belts, moved on to 154, or maybe fought somebody else and then moved on to 154. But the fight wouldn't have never happened. You know, so that's proof positive that it wasn't about Bud waiting him out. You know, it was about, he was waiting him out, but he was waiting him out to get his money. You know, because Crawford is a great fighter. And regardless of his pay-per-view sales and everything else or whatever, he knows his worth. Take
All right,
pay-per-view out.
it's my time now, bro. I'll
Take,
let you go at extra 28, but I'm gonna let you go back though in a second. But listen, you can know what your worth is, but that's not your worth. Your worth is what you can produce. You say he knows his worth, but his worth showed on paper it was under 10,000 buys. So that's not his worth. His worth is what he can generate. And that's why I hope he gets a fight outside of Errol so he can really see his worth. Well, his worth is when he went to BLK Prime and he sold less than 10,000 buys. But what I'm saying is he was with ESPN, the worldwide leader of sports. He was supposed to be able to market great off of that, but like they said, he didn't want to do interviews. He didn't want to do this and that. Bob Arum said he couldn't get Crawford to promote nothing. Earl was ingenuous, and he went out there and ingratiated himself with the fans. And this is what I was saying before Fernando told me to get back to you, but this is what I'm saying. He only did 136K with Sean Porter. Like, this is what I'm saying. They felt like, listen, Ugas, well, matter of fact, Keith Thurman and Pacquiao did 588,000, right? Ugas and Pacquiao did like 220,000. Earl did about 300K with Ugas, so naturally Earl would have did more with they think Earl would have did more with Thurman. If you think about it, because he pulled more than Pacquiao did with Ugas, so him and Thurman would do well over 588,000. That's what they was looking at on the grand scheme of things. And Earl and Thurman had a background history and they had a story, but Crawford was pushing it out. And I'm not saying Crawford, look, it's not what you deserve, it's what you can bargain for. And
what
Crawford,
you negotiate.
Yeah, negotiate. Yeah, Crawford found a willing sucker, and Earl know he dropped the bag, but Earl still got paid as much as he got paid in his history too. So he can't really get mad. He could have got more, but if Crawford didn't fight, he wouldn't have got that as well. But he could have got something with somebody else. But he chose to bite down on the bullet and take it. Now it's time for Crawford to give him his get back.
Yeah, I was just trying to make the point that I don't think Bud was trying to wait him out as an advantage. Bud just wanted his money at the end of the day.
But he didn't deserve it though. Like honestly,
he got it.
Who waited him out?
I mean, why can't? I mean, as a boxing fan, and I'm not this kind of boxing fans. I know it's different segments of boxing fans, and we are boxing fans. But
Right.
to say another man don't deserve a certain amount of money is crazy to me.
No,
You know
I'm
what I'm
not
saying? Like,
count next man pocket, but if you look at it,
that's exactly what you're doing, though, indirectly.
No,
100%.
I'm
Can I jump
talking
in?
facts.
Can I jump in real quick? Listen.
Wait, can I
Yeah,
just jump in
no,
right
real
quick?
quick.
Right?
It'll take 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
All right, hold on. Stop. Finish your point, Marcus, please.
Nah, that's it. I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
my whole point. Yeah, my whole point was I don't think Bud was trying to intentionally wait him out as an advantage. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to wait. He just wanted his money. If Errol had said, if Errol never would have went to the PBC and said, okay, get that man what he want, just make this fight happen, it never would have happened. It never would have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Ray,
So him waiting him out would have been a mute point because it never would have happened.
I got you. Ray, what were you going to say? What's your response to that?
Well, I think I told y'all yesterday, I manage a big company in the United States, across the United States, global company. Let me tell you something. We can have the best employee with the best attitude, the best performance while they're working, but yet they don't bring nothing to the table in sales or anything else. That doesn't mean that person is worth, like if they're working on commission, right? As a car dealer, if they sell 2 cars and the guy next to him is selling 20 cars and he doesn't perform as well and doesn't talk as well to the customers, does that still mean he should get the same as the person that sells 20 cars? No. Basically, he didn't earn the pot that he deserved, that he got. He didn't deserve it. And at the end of the day, what we're saying is you're only as good as what you bring to the table. You can't bring like 50 cents and think you're gonna get $5. It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to bring what you are bringing. You have to take what you, and that's it. That's why one we call A side, B side, and what was the other word? The What was the other word you used for
Cash cow.
Cash cow. Errol was the cash cow. Errol was the third at the time. I think he was the second highest. I think until Tank took over in April. He was the second highest pay-per-view star. So where are we getting this from?
Where we getting what from?
Current boxing. So how you gonna say, all right, a guy who does nothing on pay-per-view to a guy who does everything, we should take from him to give him what he deserves just to make the fight. That guy wanted that fight so bad. He wanted to unify those belts that bad. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him that.
Yeah.
So okay, so he did that out of his own goodwill.
Yes.
ABC didn't see that. They were like, this guy ain't worth it. And as
Marcus,
you see, they broke.
Tell him, Marcus.
They
You about to
just
say it? I ain't
broke.
gonna say it.
They
I
just
heard it.
broke
You
over,
about to
right?
say it.
PBC just broke over just to make a little bit. They didn't make a lot of money on that fight.
I understand that. Now, I understand there's boxing and then there's the business of boxing. You know, I'm not that type of fan that care about the business of boxing. I can care less. I just want to see good fights. I don't care about A side, B side, who deserves what, this, that, and the other, whatever. Because I think as a boxing fan, you're screwing yourself if you think like that. I just want to see good fights.
That's not where I'm going. One, the payment, they're prize fighters, so the payment comes with the fight. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, these guys still have to bring something to the table for the fans. They don't fight. Like you said earlier, and in your own words, Floyd messed it up a little bit, right? Because now everybody want that bag. And so everybody want that bag because of Floyd. They want to keep that O because of Floyd. He changed boxing because of that. And so all these fighters think that they can make millions and millions of dollars every fight, even if they don't deserve it. And that's the problem. So boxing has become business. It's not that it's not business. Fighters duck each other to take the easy fights to get their stats up so they can make a bigger fight. They delay fights so they can get the bigger fight so the fans will buy it because they want to see it. And that's what it is. So it all ties in together.
Hey, real quick, I got to do two things. First of all, is I let Aaron Muhammad in here. And Aaron Muhammad himself is a music promoter, been involved in promotion for a long time. So I think he's somebody that is expert on the circumstance. So good to listen to him on this point. Zenith said, hey, excuses would be if they say Bud won because of the accident or drained. Spence, man, Adrian, he dumped out again. Spence suddenly having no power out of 28 fights and Bud looking better than ever at 36 is a warranted eyebrow raising. Bernie said they waited Spence out. They definitely waited Spence out, bro. Because this is what let me finish this real quick. That's the point that Fahim Sator talked about what about the fight that he took for pennies on the dollar against David Avanesyan? Yeah, it's hard to argue that he didn't pause Errol out when they were in a negotiation and he jumped out and fought somebody else and never let Errol know so he could have an opportunity to fight in somebody else as well. Are you there, Aaron? And then I'm gonna go to upper echelon because I know I cut upper echelon off a couple times. What's going on, Aaron?
Man. I'm here. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what's up, Errol Muhammad?
How's everybody on the panel doing, man?
What's up, bro?
Hey, I just wanted to jump in real quick for now because there is an element that I think a lot of fans miss, and one of the brothers I don't know who he was, but he was just speaking towards it. You really can't have your cake and eat it too when it comes to what the fighters bring to the table in terms of their value, because what y'all really want, y'all want the promoters to take all the risk and then on top of that pay the fighters the maximum amount of money. Those two things ain't gonna happen. So you get what has to really happen is the fighter really has to do more in terms of raising their value, because any promoter, I'm just telling you this from my personal experience. Once you take a risk and you get burned, there's no more coming back, and giving the fighter what they want. They've got to reprove themselves all over again, or you're just going to move on from that fighter. That's what Bob Arum wound up doing with Bud. Now, fighters that are as good as Bud, they might have a second chance. But in this circumstance, it took an Errol Spence to come to the table and say, hey, man, at this point, whatever it takes to make this fight happen, that's what I'm going to do. And then in addition to that, the brother that was talking about him not waiting him out, and he was waiting him out only for the money. Well, I disagree with that a little bit, because what Upper said earlier, and I agree with this, Bud was smart enough to know while I'm making him wait, I'm going to go get me a fight. This is the part of negotiation where I really wish, and I scrutinize Errol for this, Errol should have took a fight. Regardless of whoever that was in between, he did himself a disservice, man, by not staying active and taking a fight. So I just wanted to jump in real quick, Fanon, and just put that in so everybody can maybe resize and just look at it from a different point of view. Because I'm telling you, we can say all you want to, you don't care about the A B side and what the fighters are what they're worth, but you ain't gonna get there's no promoter I know out there, and haven't seen one yet, is going to take all of the risk, and then a fighter can still walk away with maximum amount of dollars. Now that when that does come to into the play, I'm here for it. I want to see it. That's all I got, fellas.
You mind if I tap it real quick? Just
well, let me get upper echelon real quick, because I did pause upper echelon a couple times. What's going on upper echelon? Hey, Aaron, do you have any real quick though? Do you have anything else to say, Aaron? You good, or you just jumped on for that?
Yeah, I just jumped on for a second, man. Y'all go ahead.
All right, brother. Get back, man.
Yeah, I got to take care of my other stuff in just a second, but I wanted to say this real quick, right? What I was saying is, like y'all say, like Errol Muhammad said, most of them, what I was going to say, it's called prize fighting. And the prize is to get the maximum amount of money. Like me and Fanon has went over before, I said it was 98. Fanon said it was 99% of boxers never even receive $1 million in the fight. So people don't realize it's hard to get that number of $1 million to get a fight. And like I said, a lot of people don't get it. So it's what you can generate. Like under 10,000 pay-per-view buys, that's nowhere near $1 million. Not even with the gate. But people take losses in boxing. And Bob Errol said he lost enough to buy a mansion in Beverly Hills. But this is what I'm saying right here. If you can't generate, then you got to get what's on the table. That's why Derek James said the price of tea this year is the same as next year. But in all, Earl knew it was something with that fight. That's why he said he knows what's up. He said he just wants his lick back. And I just say like this, we need to stop bashing and say that we know what the fight going to look like. Because before that we seen that, it was a whole different ball game. And like I said, me at my worst versus you at your best, it's gonna look real bad. But like I said, I'm sorry for not got that shot. But it's
I got what?
I said I just got that shot.
Okay.
So me at my best, me at my worst, and you at your best, it will look like that. But I say we give them both a chance and see what's going on with it. And just give it a chance. All right, I'm gonna get back with you now.
Why? What's up?
The thing is constricting me. It's constricting my breathing.
Oh, okay. I'll get back, bro. Get back, man. Be safe.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead, man. Real quick. Not real quick. Say whatever you feel, man. I ain't tripping on it going too quick. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. And by the way, Fanon, bro, you a great moderator. I'm always giving you flowers. Everybody think I'll be hating on you, and I don't.
No, I like talking to you, brother Claymore. I love. I mean,
make it sound like I come for you, bro. I don't be coming for you, bro.
You good dude, man.
All right. Great moderating, by the way. You're doing a real good job. Wow, so much was spoken about. So I want to try not to be long-winded about it. Well, my brother, you know what I'm saying, mentioned earlier about A side, B side, not being so concerned about that. Just, for me personally, whatever you negotiate is what you're worth, as far as I'm concerned. If you're able to get it, that must be what you was worth. Somebody saw the value in you, like you saw it, and allowed you to get whatever you got. So although the fans may have different opinions on what he's worth or not worth, at some point Errol Spence agreed that, you know what, it's worth it for me. For whatever reason he did it, out of the kindness of his heart, because he wanted to unify the belts, because he really likes Terence, because he thinks, I don't know what it is. At the end of the day, the end result was that he walked away with what he walked away, and he walked away with what he felt he deserved. So therefore, with hindsight, I have to say that he was worth that money, for my opinion.
Well, hold on, man. Let me ask. Let's get to the depth. This is why this shit don't work for me.
I know. Go ahead.
Because do you like if you have a son that like got bad grades and all of that stuff and didn't do what you told him all week, And then you say at the end of the week, well, look, man, we going out to dinner and I'm gonna buy you ice cream. You don't deserve this, but I like you, so here you go.
Mhm.
Do you think did he deserve it, or did you just give it to him? He didn't earn it. Like in earning it is different from you being able to negotiate your way into getting it and strong arming somebody. Well, so basically that explanation is because you get it, because you got it, that means you deserved it.
Right.
Oh, you didn't, man.
Can I answer
Errol
that
didn't
question?
get what Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford prevented Errol from getting what he deserved
Correct.
Okay. All
and
right.
manipulated the circumstance, man.
That's fair, but to answer the question to the scenario you gave me, because I like that scenario because I got kids, you know what I'm saying? We deal with these things, right?
Yes, sir.
My son earned ice cream because although he did bad on his school and he did all those things, he's a great kid, and he does the right thing most of the time. And just because he slipped up that one time, the reason he got the ice cream isn't because he got bad grades. The reason why he got the ice cream is because he's a great kid, and that was earning it. That's him.
No,
That's him
you
earning
can't
it on a
change my
day-to-day
scenario,
basis.
bro.
Yeah, I gave
You can't
you know I
change
did.
my hypothetical to fix your answer.
But give it back to me. Give it
Okay,
back to me. Sorry, give it back to me. Give it back to me. Give
because
it
if
back
he
to
was
me.
a great kid, yeah, he deserved it for being a great kid. But if you
And my
tell
son is a
somebody,
great
I'm
kid.
going to buy you
Shout out
ice
Zion.
cream at the
Shout
end of the
out.
week
Go
if
ahead.
you act right, and he doesn't act right, you know what I mean? But don't worry about it, bro. You switch that up. I like you. Be sneaky. Go ahead, Ray. Ray, what's up, Ray?
Yeah, I'm laughing. This guy Claymore be having me dying over here,
He's
man.
like, yeah, I like that.
I'm
Let me
here
just
for you.
change the whole
I'm here for
scenario.
you,
Yeah,
Like,
Ray.
what I want.
Ray, I'm here for you, baby.
I
Don't
know
worry.
you
You
are.
know what
Listen,
you're doing. I'm
you the
here
only
for you.
person that like Three Brothers Pizza, bro. I know where you at. I know where you.
First, all of you guys gotta deal with that with God. So I really would advise y'all to. But that's on you. That's on you and God. That's fine. Keep
All right.
knocking that pizza. Keep knocking that New York pizza. Go ahead.
Yeah, Three Brothers, baby, all day.
Sucks.
All right. Anyway, let
I
me
haven't
get
had
serious.
Three Brothers. I should say that. I
Three
haven't had.
Brothers. Three Brothers is good. Anybody in New York City, New Jersey that been up there, they know Three
Yeah.
Brothers is that place. That's that
Yeah.
spot. Everybody
Tell
hit that spot up all
Tell
day, all night. That's it. But on some realness, yeah, I like what you said, Fanon. That was a great analogy. You cannot, and like you said, you can reward them, but just because you reward them, does that make it right? That's it. That's the whole point. Bud didn't deserve the pot that he got. Now he had the belt, and he used that belt as leverage to get what he wanted. And you know what? He negotiated. He's his own boss, so he actually did something right after spinning the block. So we'll give the man his flowers for that one. We'll give him his flowers for winning the fight. That's where it stops, because he's the one that's more. He won the fight, and he's the angry guy. Like, that's the crazy part about it. Like, I won the fight. Why am I still angry? You know what I mean?
I
His
don't think
fans
he's
are
angry.
still angry with him. His fans are angry with him. Like, yo, you won the fight.
We're
Why are you
angry
still angry?
with Bud. We're
No.
angry with Bud.
Not listen what I'm saying.
Right.
Every time you defend Bud or you defend the case of Bud or anything of those natures, you are showing you're supporting his anger and the way he says things, how people hate him and how people dislike him, blaming people for saying things that are fan base. Bro, he's listening to the noise too much. Bottom line, he's listening too much to the outside interference. So for a person that's in the gym all the time, he sure got time to listen to everything and read everything somebody says about him.
So what did
Now,
he
I
say
talked to him
recently?
I talked to him on Twitter. Look, I talked to Bud on Twitter, and I told him congratulations. I even told him, like, look, I had Errol in the fight. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be close, but I had him in the fight. I said, but I respect your win. I owned it. I talked to him. He said, thank you. I appreciate that. Unlike he said, some people just out here just roasting me, giving excuses. I said, hey, it is what it is. But as a man, you got to own those things, man. And you can't just be like, all right, well, it is what it is. People going to hate no matter what. The greater you are, the more you do, they're going to hate.
Yeah.
And the fact is, every guy, Derek Choices, oh, my goodness, I can't even speak on his parts. I love the man, but, bruh, he be on here. Yo, he just be throwing. He throw frisbees. Derek Choice throw frisbees in a boomerang challenge. Like, seriously, he just be trying to get in on everything that's for Bud, man. Like, and I like it. But you know what? That shows the support, which I respect that. But then you got the people, because of the other people, the buddies. See, I separate the fans from the buddies. Then the buddies.
Am I a buddy or am I a fan? By the way,
I mean, you come off as a buddy sometimes. You come off as a buddy sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes it's when you do a lot of the buts, and I don't understand how like the excuse part comes off as a buddy. But when you
Okay.
talk certain things, you be logical. You bring some logic to it. We with
Okay.
you.
I
You know what I
appreciate it.
mean? It's
Yeah.
just you can't agree and then go. But yeah. So at the same
Hey, real
time,
quick, I'm sorry, brother. I got to do
yeah.
this.
Oh, go ahead.
Samuel Ramsey said, "Hey, thank you, Mr. Ramsey." Again, said Terence Crawford never had a fight that captivated the average fan. Thank you, brother. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah.
Appreciate
So
you, bro.
like you'll come in and be like, but Fanon, I'm just saying, like you're playing devil's advocate, but your points are excuses, which is not a problem. If you just say, sometimes I think he was talking to Marcus earlier, if y'all just get to the point that you're trying to make right away, then you don't have to worry about that whole dance around and everybody looking at you like, yo, why are you coming at Fanon like after you
I
just
don't be coming
agreed
at
with him?
Fanon.
No, it's true.
Okay, I
Like
feel
y'all
you.
come at him like
Okay.
y'all agree, and then y'all just go a whole
I don't
different
know.
track run, and then you start changing subjects to make comparisons, and we'd be like, what? We'd be like,
Well,
damn,
wait, can I answer that?
yeah.
I don't try to come at Fanon, right? Most
You
of
can
the
come
time,
you come at me anytime you want, sir.
I,
Trust
don't
me.
act like you want that smoke because you ain't even built like that.
Oh,
Relax.
please.
You gotta relax. You know what
You
I'm
act like a
saying? But
grown ass. First, you be acting like, me, you a little sneaky. I'll tell you that. You a little
listen, man.
sneaky. But you a
Listen.
good dude.
I only got a little bit of time to say what I'm gonna say, so I gotta make it count and I gotta stir the pot, man. I gotta get you.
I
I
like
gotta
that.
get you.
I
I gotta
appreciate
get your
you
hand on
and
your
Boogey out for
forehead.
coming on,
At
man.
least you honest about it.
Listen, I mean, I tell before usually my new thing with Fanon is I do like this before I start talking. I let him know what I'm coming to do. I let him know, like, listen, I'm about to stir the pot, man. That's why I love this
Yeah,
show. I'm here
man.
to do that. I got nothing but respect for Fanon, and that's not no sarcastic shit. Like that dude is by his business, bro. I told him last time I talked to him, like you're very rarely on the wrong side of an argument. You know what I'm saying? So and then that's why I was gonna go into saying that I'm very rarely trying to debate Fanon, to be honest with you. Most of the time I agree what he's saying. What I do also try to do is just paint a perspective of why it could be looked like one way or another from somebody else's point of view or from my point of view even, but at the same time not taking away being like, but you're right though, what you're saying, I ain't gonna hold you, you sitting on facts, bro. I'm not gonna take that away from you. So I guess my but scenario, when you hear me saying but, it's not to discredit what he's saying, it's to say, like, it's to build on it, to say yes, you are right, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes whatever the conversation may be. But I mean, it is what it is. I take my lick. If it's gonna be a lick, I'm gonna take my damn lick, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I'm
all
here
right.
for the business. That's why I donate to the channel. I love the channel. I love what Fanon's doing, and you know what I'm saying. I don't mind. You know, it's part of the game, bro. The internet
Yeah,
ain't real, so we just
listen,
having a good time.
it's all grown man,
Yeah,
grown folks talk, like I call
that's
it.
it. That's
That's
it.
all it is, and we just having fun on here. We get it,
Yeah,
I love
man.
it.
And you know what you don't do, bro? Just to tell you, just what I appreciate about you, Claymore.
Mm.
You never jump out there and say, Fanon, you think, or this is what's wrong with you. That's when the dudes, just so you know, that's why I don't rock with that dude, Michael Saunders. But I'll fuck with somebody like, say, for example, cat like Marcus Priest. Dog, if it's not about, well, you're hating,
Right.
like that shit gets on my
Right.
nerves. I don't want to talk about me and what your opinion to me is personally.
100%.
I want to just argue. I just want to argue about what the topic is. And I know you're ducking the smoke, really is what you're doing. But at the same time, I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate your attitude. I appreciate your positive attitude. You're not trying to out here try to make somebody feel bad about themselves or try to paint a picture that you're a bad person or that's the type of crap that really gets on my nerves, man. But go ahead with what you were going to say. Real quick,
it's opinions and it's all love. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
It's all love, you know what I mean?
I know, bro. But one real quick, man. Sam and Ramsey been supporting heavy. Said, shout out to Clay the chef. And to you, he said, Clay the chef. Love the energy, man. You got great energy, bro. I agree with that. Both you and Ray got great energy. But go ahead, man.
I just try to keep it spicy just to get Fanon going because I love to see him go. So
thank you, bro. I
I'll
appreciate
do whatever I got to throw at him. I'm gonna start calling you ugly before we start talking and really get you going. go ahead, Ray.
Nah, I like what you bring, man. Like you, for real, you do be coming on here. Only other thing I would just say is when Fanon be telling you stuff, listen to the words before you rebuttal because that's where you be seeing in the chat. A lot of people be on there like you ain't listening. You just said what he said, but then you disagreed. So I'll be watching the chat sometimes when you be on. I'll be laughing. I'm like, yo, Claymore be going at it. He just be rambling. You just argue to argue. It'd be funny.
I'm not arguing just to argue, but I am arguing just to argue at the same time.
Because you'll say the same thing Fanon has said, and I'm like, did he just hear Fanon say the same thing? And you'll just keep going, and we be dying. We be in the
that's because I agree with him. That's because I agree with him. I'm trying to tell you, but I do agree with him. But I just try to. I'm here to be advocate for perspective outside of what he's saying, just to say how reasonably somebody could think the wrong thing or think something else or see it in a different way, but at the same time making sure that I'm trying to make sure that he understands that I do agree with what he's saying. Like I see what he's saying, but just trying to advocate for the other perspectives that are. I guess for me, when I see Fanon get blown away by somebody's perspective, like he's like, what the hell are you thinking? So I don't know, something in my heart makes me want to be like, bro, he's just thinking this. Like he's not thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like he's thinking this and he doesn't know how to articulate it, which is just my Captain Save-A-Hole energy, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's getting me in trouble and shit. But you know what I mean, we in the building to get busy. And plus I know also I get him going. I like to stir the pot. That's all.
You do, because exactly what I just said. You'll sit there and you'll use the same argument that he just said against you. And you said you're going against the grain, but I'm like, he's not really going against the grain. He's actually agreeing. And then he tells you that, and you'll be like, yeah, but what I'm saying
is him crazy. Like, if you agree with me, why the hell are you still talking about it then?
Exactly, that's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. And everybody be like, what?
Like, you agree with me, then what are we talking about? I'm like, bro, relax, dog. That's all I'm saying. No,
and you just use the same argument.
Rain, you're gonna make me mute you. Don't make me do this to you. It is what it is, man. I have a good time, man. I enjoy myself, bro. I enjoy the show.
You a good guy, man. I like when you get on here. I like Rollo too. I be messing with Rollo.
Yeah, Rollo's a good dude too, man.
He be making me laugh. So
I like on paper, just keep it 100. You probably, more than likely, both of y'all know more about boxing than me, right? Like, I am a fan of the sport, but there's levels of this shit, right? So I'm not sitting here every day looking up stats and getting my head on point. And look, that's not me, you know what I'm saying? But I love boxing. I like to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I try my best not to say no dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? To stick with what I do know. So when we talking about the business, the money, the negotiation tactics, that's not my space of expertise. So if you might hear somebody like Marcus or me say we're not really caring about the business, that's just because we don't know about the business. We're not going to talk on it like that. We're going to do more listening and talking. All we can say is when it comes to negotiations, you know, whatever you negotiate is what you get, and we're okay with that. We don't feel like, I'm not going to comment on that man's pockets because I'm not in business like that. I drive a truck. You know what I'm saying? So but if we're going to talk about boxing skills, what I think on that, you know, I think Terence, you know what I'm saying, is just better than Errol. Not to knock Errol. I love Errol. You know what I'm saying? But I just think, you know, next to each other, this is how I see it. You know what I'm saying? So, and because of that, I wouldn't say that Terence ducked him or in a way as far as being scared to beat him or wanting to withdraw him. I don't necessarily see it that way. I see it more as that was part of the money part of the game. That was a business negotiation tactic that he was using, that whether it was correct or not correct, I don't know. But I'll say it was more towards that than, I'm going to hurt Errol physically and catch him at his weakest point by carrying it like this. I don't know. But that's how
the way
I see
it looked.
Right.
Observation. Right. That's the way it looked. So
sure.
Back to that word, right? So seriously, what you've been saying is 100%. We just saying that all the things that happen, like you said, you're not I have nothing on Kamel Oz or Zenith. Them guys are they're in boxing. Like they can read and scripture everything in the books, the belts, the sanctions, everything. Right. What I'm saying is, I've listened to the interviews and things like that and what they say. That's why I debated Fanon on something the other day, and I ended up taking an L on that, right? Because I listen, and then if I miss something, I go back and watch it because I have to hit. These guys are saying that out their mouth. That's the thing. We're looking too much at people, not like what they're saying, and they bring in the highlights and this and that. Nah, you got to bring everything to the table. So when you listen to the boxers themselves, they tell you what's going on. They say these things and put them out there. You know, they were just talking about the interview, I think, earlier with Devin and Bill earlier on the chat. These guys put it out there. Nobody else put that out there but them. So when they can't renege on that. And that's what you use to start an argument or debate or any type of subject. Those are the things you use. And you have to use those to define your, as you're developing your observations or your opinions of the subject, you have to use that to support your argument. And if you don't do that, then that's where it falls off. But you good, man. We know what you be doing. We all be in there.
I'm trying to get a channel going at some point. So I do, and that's another reason why I call up here is get my skills up. It's like the ability to have these conversations and debate at times and all that stuff as well. And, I have my little perspective on the game. But yeah, man, no ill intentions, man. Nothing but love. I just want to make it better. If I can make it better, that's what I want to do is make it better. If I come on the channel talking for 9, I'm trying to make it better. Whether it's to bring some humor or whether it's to bring in some oppositional thoughts perspective. But if I think I can add to it, I'm gonna try to add to it. That's all. But appreciate y'all patience with me. I'm a young bull in this game. I'm not a young bull in life. You know what I mean? I'm trying to do what I can, man. I love you guys.
We
Thank
support
you so
that. Respect. Appreciate it.
All right, bro.
Definitely.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate
let
both of y'all,
go.
man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off.
Hey, come back tomorrow, though, man. Hey, man, tomorrow we'll do another live stream tomorrow on Friday. If y'all want to jump on, and anybody want to jump on, man, we can have a prolonged panel like that today. I thought it was a lot of fun, man.
That was so much fun. Hey, man,
yeah.
I'm always gonna leave off with, and that guess it's on my heart, bro. The world is in a bad place, so pray for Palestine, pray for Israel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep and be available for God to use you guys, man. Try to stay in the love frequency. Appreciate you guys.
And one more, pray for them people in Maine. Unfortunately, they don't do that for us in our neighborhoods. But you know what? Still pray for them people. They still don't deserve that, man. But
100%.
all right, I'm out.
Sir. All right, Ray. Hey, so all right, y'all, get back, man. Get back, Ray. Get back, Claymore. Thank y'all for chopping it up with me, man. Get back, brother. Hey, real quick before, So Deep said, "What's up, Be Well? Chilling. Can't wait. I can't." Hey, my guy, Sam Ram said Ali had more skills than Frazier. Boxing Tales had more skills than Frazier. Boxing Tales more. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for holding me down today, brother. Thank you, Mr. Ramsey. And again, man, my guy So Deep said, "What's up, Be Well? Chilling, brother. Can't wait for this Friday, man. See you tomorrow." Hey, real quick, I responded, is it me and my wife? Do you have seats for me and my wife or just me? Do you have it for me and my wife or just me? Yeah, hey, thanks. I need a break from the mainstream. Okay, cool. Got it. Yeah, I figured that. But all right, I just needed to know. All right, bro. I'll get back, man. See y'all tomorrow. Deuces. Okay, yeah, she needs to meet your wife for sure. She'll be there. We'll be there. All right, man. Peace.